Oh, thank goodness. Hi, it says I'm live. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. I guess it's Merry Christmas Eve. Hi. I know it's going to take. I know it's going to take a few seconds for people to kick in, and who knows where it started and blah, blah, blah. So, Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here if you're here. Thanks for being there if you're there. Meaning you're watching it after the fact. That probably wasn't clear at all. This is somewhat a holiday tradition, basically. So I will probably elaborate on that in a second. But right now, it's just getting going. I have no news to share. Usually I open these things with some sort of news in case you're watching after the fact and just want to be like, what's this all about? It's literally just a tradition to hang out with people on Christmas Eve if they happen to be around. So hi, Gene, David, Nick. I saw your message that it's 1:30 over there. Good Lord. Did you have a party? Did you get to do something tonight and then you're staying up? But Merry Christmas. Hi, Tristu. I'd hit Artie's like button any day, anytime. Sweet. Hi, guys. I was getting my spread together of cookies and wine and water and candies, 2 kinds of wine, and a Bacardi diet just in case. But then here's the thing. Oh my God, take a drink. It's cold today and rainy, which is so not like Southern California, but amazingly, it's been like very overcast and drizzly and such and cold outside. But then as I was getting ready, I like had to make my cookies and I was getting ready and I put this sweater on to look like it's festive. And then I was like sweating. So I had my air conditioner on on Christmas Eve to cool my place down. And when you turn off the air conditioner, it like has to like wind down. So I was waiting for it to be quiet before I hit go live. In case you wanted to know that. Hi, Julian M. It could be Julie NM or Julian M. I bet it's Julian M. No, I was kind of hoping you would be wearing the Christmas booty shorts. Never, you can't start. You can't start. You gotta build. Also, do I still have them? I think I do, but I don't think they would fit at this moment in time because I already got thick. That was the motif of 2024. Hi, Bad Boys literally changed my life. Been going through a really rough patch. It's been the one thing to make me smile. Thank you so much. Oh, Andrew. Well, I don't think it's changed your life, but hopefully it's at least sounds like it's given you a little bright spot in a dark time. Hey, you and me both, not with Bad Boy, but like sitcoms have always been my thing. Always been my thing. And they're still my safe place. Whenever I'm feeling a certain way, I will just binge them and go to sleep to them. Like I think a month ago, I was going to sleep to the Golden Girls again. And right now I'm revisiting. Feels nice. Anyway, thinking so. Yeah, thanks. It's raining in LA. Was going to head to Eagle. Is it still raining right now, Alex? Go. Also, just go anyway. Don't stay home. People are so silly. It barely rains here. And they're like, oh, I can't go anywhere. No, it's just partly cloudy now with an air quality alert, which makes sense why I can't. I'll tell you what, guys, I've got so much to talk about. So much to talk about. My dream role would be on a sitcom. You and me both, Nick. Well, I guess I'm making it. I always try to put some sort of festive still in the background. And usually it's like some like Mickey's Christmas Carol or Muppets or something. But I was like, why not go with Bad Boy? It's actually let people know who the heck I am. I'm the guy that makes this, in case you don't know. Hot toddy, that sounds good. What was I going to say about a sitcom? I don't remember. Oh, I'm making my own sitcom. So I'm in Ontario, but it honestly sounds so nice compared to the slush and snow we have right now. You know, grass is always greener, guys. It's always greener. All right, so I gotta have my situation. I guess I've never used that phrase with you guys before, have I? A situation. So when I would go to Disneyland with my besties, this was, I don't know, a few years ago. We don't go as often anymore, but we still say this. And we'd want to sneak in drinks because Disneyland proper, the Magic Kingdom part, Disneyland part doesn't sell alcohol, but California Adventure does. And even then, it's like so expensive. So we would want to sneak in like, Bacardi, whatever, like in a water bottle and buy a soda and mix it, whatever. But we never wanted, we were always afraid of getting caught, or we at least played like we were. I think we were afraid. And so if we wanted to drink, we would say we wanted a situation. And we wanted to get situated, which meant we would like sit in the bathroom and pour Bacardi into our Coke cups. And then as the years went on, my friend Lisa got more and more bold. She's like, nobody cares. No one's looking. And she would just like pop open the lid and like pour it while she's like sitting on a bench or like in line. She's like riding Peter Pan and spiking her drink. And she's right. Nobody seemed to care. No one did care. But that's what we call it. We want our situation. So I want to get situated. Hi, Aeroplane Jelly. Merry Christmas, everyone is right. Merry Christmas, everyone. I think you guys were saying nice comments before this thing started. Some really nice things. So I really appreciate that. That was like a Christmas gift in and of itself. Also, I used to ask, like, can you guys hear me and see me okay? I just assume it's fine now. So good. Yeah. I haven't spun it yet. I had it just out for decoration, the John Denver Muppets album. But yeah, I mean, this is a childhood classic. The one where they sing it around, Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. That and the one they sing, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Bring us some figgy pudding. Piggy pudding? Figgy pudding. It's made with figs. Oh, and bacon. What? That's my speaking impersonation. Anyway, all right. So here's the thing. Hey, Royce, been stuck in the hospital for a few days. Be here for probably till New Year's. Thanks for doing this, Artie. I needed some fun. Oh, Royce. I'm telling you. Well, I haven't told you anything yet, but yeah, that's a thing these days. Health. Not for me, but for like people I love. And so I'm so sorry. I hope you pull through okay. And I hope it's just a temporary thing. You got my heart concerned. Merry Christmas, Stephen DeGrace. Hi. Glad I stumbled across this. My boyfriend. I love that bad boy. Well, I love you and your boyfriend. Mwah. I'm so glad you found it as well. All right. So I bought the other day when I knew I was going to do a Christmas Eve live stream. Oh, that's what I should say. This is sort of a tradition. When Bad Boy took off or started back in 2018, I think I did like a short pre-recorded Christmas video that year on Christmas Eve. It was like a 3-minute, like, thank you so much. You made this year great. And then I think I did a pre-recorded one on the 2019 as well. And then every year since then, except one year, I think I did it after the fact. It's been like a thing where I'm like, well, let's just do it live because it's fun to check in. And typically on Christmas Eve, I don't have anything to do. And the more I did live streams, or I started doing those once every other month, let's see if anyone's around. And then I thought 10 people would be there. And to my surprise, more people than that showed up, or just check in or be like, oh, I'm going to bed, or I'm at a party, or I just wanted to say hi. Or they're home alone like me, or wanted to just hang out. They're with their boyfriend or whomever, their dog. So that's how it started. That's not festive. I forgot I have to turn that off. So now it's like this thing that I look forward to. So first of all, let me turn off the go to sleep feature. Wait, how do I do that? Settings. It's been a while since I've done this. I'm ill prepared. Screensaver. Start after. No. Oh my God, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Start after. Never. I think that's all I needed to do.
Look.
Now my still's all messed up.
The best way to
Find a difference. Oh, I saw my new still. I saw it with my booty. I want. I'll go to this. Maybe this is still up. Perfect. Oh, pause. Perfect. Love it. Great. So, sorry about that, guys. As I was getting ready and excited for tonight, I was like, oh, I got to have cookies, which is a whole thing about that as well. And then I was like, oh, I think I've decided like Malbec is my favorite red wine. Not even sure what a Malbec is, but anytime I have one, I'm like, oh, yeah, that was good. So the Trader Joe's, and I was like, where are the Malbecs? And this was a Malbec, and it was like mid-range price. So I bought it, and then I wanted a little something while I was getting ready. So I opened it up, and I was like, this doesn't smell good. And it still doesn't really. It kind of smells like vinegar. It might be a bad bottle. So then I had a little bit, which I will again right now, like a little bit. And I was like, okay, let's see how this tastes. This is not at all what I'm used to experiencing when I'm in a restaurant and they say, what do you have? What do you want? And I say, Malbec. This tastes watery. The end. And not good. So much for that. That's something you have to drink after you've already had a lot to drink. So you don't really know that you're not tasting something good. Merry Christmas to you in Denver, Scott. Scott Gates. Oh, Canada, our home in native Ireland. Hey, Andrew. I'm eating cookies and blueberry cobbler. That sounds wonderful. Hello, Bastian. I'm not sure if I can pronounce the middle root word. Saludos desde Chile. Hi. And hi, Donovan G. T-Man's in Canada. Well, he's Canadians. Oh, hey, Jack. James the 6th one. Hi. Merry Christmas from James and Stuart in Maryland. Hi, you guys. Mwah. I love you, boys. So I have a backup bottle. which I already had here. I have no idea what it is. You know, you buy it because you like the sticker. At least I think most people do. I think very few people actually know wine. They're like, oh yes, I would like the 2016. Uh, I couldn't think of any types of wine. I wanted to say Chardonnay, but I'm like, no, a red one. And I was like, I don't know any names of red wine. I do. What are they called? Literally can't remember it. Cabernet and the other one, Merlot. Getting older, guys. Anyway, so I bought this because I like. I don't even know what it is. Also, I have my glasses handy because I do mean getting older. I can't read anything anymore. I don't know what this says. Dreaming Tree, Crush. It must be like a blend then, a crush. Is a crush a blend? Doesn't say. Oh, it's a Dave Matthews brand wine. I didn't even know that. An exciting collaboration between Dave Matthews and winemaker Grayson Stewart. The Dreaming Tree offers sustainably sourced wines that capture the spirit of California's wine country. Now they got me scared. Anyway, I just finished off a bottle of Bake Apple wine. Don't know what that is. Sounds amazing. Well, I got back home in Newfoundland, and I'm into a bottle of Australian Shiraz right now. See, you're one of those guys, Stephen, that would go to the wine section and know exactly what he wants. Got to take you with me next time. Trader Joe's is the best, Patrick. Trader Joe's just opened. I mean, they're very popular in Los Angeles. Maybe it's just a Los Angeles thing because it's not like name brands. It's not Coca-Cola and Kraft and whatever. It's Trader Joe's brands, essentially. I guess it's more eco-friendly and maybe local produce. I don't really know. All I know is that people love it. Love it. I love going there. Everyone that works there is always super nice and chill. It's got a good vibe. Anyway, but they also would make the best chocolate chip cookies. They wouldn't make them. They had like a prepackaged Trader Joe's brand chocolate chip cookies. And I almost spilled them all. When I lived in a guest house, when I first moved in, I bought them and I associate these cookies with, I used to like on rainy days, I would make the cookies. I'd watch Ally McBeal in my cozy little guest house. But then they stopped stocking them. And then they had a new one. It was like a new package. I was like, I don't know if these are the same cookies or not. So I haven't bought them. And then this time I was like, F it. I got to risk it. We got to find out if they risk it. Because it would be terrible if there's any other kind of chocolate chip cookie. So these, we will find out today if they are the same recipe as I liked previously. And like I said, I've got a B&B handy, which actually sounds better than anything because it's cold. Oh, yeah. There's Christmas. And that's it. And I have a water just in case. Edward First just had a Coppola Claret. Is it Coppola? Like Francis Coppola? Is it pronounced Claret or is it Claret? I don't know. Merry Christmas. Hi, Dream Man. Happy holidays, everyone. Found my way back. Oh my God. Where did you go? Found your way back from where? Hello. Oh, John. See, I'm reading from the bottom up. Hey, John. Are you on a boat somewhere? I'm assuming. I thought of you, John, because long story short, or cutting to the middle of it, I spontaneously treated myself to a few days in London just ago. And while I was there, I saw The Devil Wears Prada, which I think was my first time seeing a musical in London on the West End. And I was like, oh, John. But not only did that make me think of you, then that night I went to a show called A Christmas Carol-ish, which was hilarious. It was at the Soho Theater. And it was just 4 people. The guy that wrote it was in it. And it was like a twist on A Christmas Carol. It was, oh my God, it was so funny. But as I watched it, I was like, oh, this is how Bad Boy could be a musical. That's what I kept thinking. I'm like, this is the kind of musical I would write. Like it was so fast paced. There were so many jokes. Like you didn't even have a chance to laugh. They'd be on to the next 12. Anyway, but I thought of you. We'll have to talk about that. Devil Wears Prada, I thought was total mediocre. There was no need for it. Vanessa Williams is barely in it, guys. So they're doing the Devil Wears Prada musical in the West End. Elton John wrote the music, whatever. The girl that played the Anne Hathaway part sounded just like her. I was sitting up in the mezzanine, whatever it's called in London, and I couldn't really see her face, but she sounded exactly like Anne Hathaway. And then Vanessa Williams playing the Meryl Streep role, Miranda Priestley, I felt like she was barely in it. Barely had anything to sing. She had like maybe one song, and the other time she was just kind of like in part of a song. And also, I'm sorry, I love Vanessa Williams to death. She does not have the same gravitas that Meryl Streep has. Like those are huge shoes to fill, and I don't think she filled them. I was never scared of her the way I'm scared of Meryl Streep in that movie. So it was fine. I'm glad I saw it. The wardrobe, the fashion was amazing. They also cut part of the story, which I thought was so key to the story. They cut the part where, if you've seen Devil Wears Prada, and the part where she has to take the book, she's responsible for the book, and she has to take it to Miranda's house, and she ends up walking up the stairs and seeing Miranda fight with her husband. They cut all that out. I'm like, that was a huge reason why Miranda then gets even bitchier to Andy. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Didn't get well received in Chicago. Yeah, I can't imagine it going to Broadway, except that it's selling out because I guess it's called Devil Wears Prada. Hi, Mr. Buzzfuzz. Hello, Daddy. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Did you say Bad Boy Musical? Yes, Tristo. Is it Tristo? Tristu? John, who is J Mag, has been twisting my arm, trying to convince me to do one for like a year and a half now. Well, he kind of stopped because I was like, I got to do the season 2 thing. And I was like, I'll try to work in songs into season 2, which I've not yet done. Although I started writing one because episode 7, the next one I have to write and shoot, I want there to be a song in it. Not a musical number, but a song. So it was actually, oh my God, I can't stay focused. In this craziness of this year, I had to say goodbye to the piano that I learned how to play piano on. I've had since I was a kid. And the last song I wrote on it, because I used to write songs all the time. The last song I wrote on it was part of this song I want to put in Bad Boy episode 7. So it was sort of a sentimental thing. To songs in Bad Boy. Yes. Twist more. Oh, so someone else wants some musicals. Well, John, though, you want me to do like a musical for the stage, and that would take a lot of work, and I would love it. Here's the thing, though. When I saw it, I was like, I want to do exactly this. I want to have the Soho Theater. I want to do a show with just a handful of people. And then I was thinking, I'm like, okay, how could I adapt like Bad Boy for the stage? I'm like, well, I could just do the season 1 story. Like it can start with the whole Scott meets a bad boy and we think it's going to be a daughter and instead of the dog, because even though like that video is popular, most people do not know it. So I can tell the same story. I don't know. I was already having thoughts, but also it's partly just because I want to live in London and do the stage. And also there was a time, as I think I told John, in my 20s when I wrote a couple of like, rinky-dink musicals in college, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll become a musical theater writer. Like maybe this isn't my thing. And in fact, the first show we did, we put it on a couple of times at my junior college. And then these local theater people came and saw it and they wanted to produce it. But I had left to go to school in New York. And the person I put the show together with, she didn't really connect with them. So it fell apart. Like they never, I was like, I don't live there. So they never put it on. And I was like, oh my God, if I'd stayed, they would have put the show on. And one of our teachers at the college I was at, he was like, you never know where things will go. Like you should do this, because I think Bat Boy was the big little indie show that could back in the day. He's like, look at Bat Boy, like this could be your show. Never happened. Anyway, I need wine. So I'm gonna say goodbye to that Malbec and open up this Dave Matthews wine, if you don't mind. Oh my God, Aunt Whitney would be incredible in musical form. Well, especially because if Teresa actually did it, which would be amazing because she can actually sing. She can more than sing. She's just one of the best singers of all time. Have you seen Xena? They had a lot of musical numbers and yet funny. Xena the Princess Warrior, is that her name? No, I've not seen it. I'm trying to think of a show that incorporates musical numbers. It has to be a bad bottle. Like there's something, no one's going to buy that and be like, Oh, thanks. All right, let's find out what happens here. Dave Matthews, huh? Dreaming Tree. Alina can sing too. Yeah, she can. Hang on. Community. I've never watched Community. Oh, Buffy had a musical episode. Okay. Maybe it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. This also tastes very watery. I've got one other bottle. It's like an apothic, which is sort of like, I don't know. It feels like an embarrassing wine to have, but it's usually more robust, which is kind of what I'm looking for. That was almost bitter. How's Alina's tour going, John? So, guys, those of you that don't know, anyway, Alina Bach, who plays Callista Flockhart in Bad Boy. She from Germany, and she does like characters here in America, but she has a separate social media following in Germany where she speaks in German, and that has very much taken off. It's taken off for her here in America too, but as she explained to me, because Germany is much smaller, she's like famous in Germany from doing her characters. So she's doing a tour, a sellout one woman show in Germany, and she just added dates for 2025. Like, I want to learn German just so I can fly out there and see it. I feel like I should just go fly out and see it, even though I don't speak German, just to support her and just be in awe of what she's doing. Because I've seen like some pictures that she's posted online, and it looks high budget amazing. Like, she's got her name in like a neon lights, and she's like pre-recorded videos so she can have different characters behind her. It just looks amazing, and she's one of the funniest people I've ever met. And she puts the work in. So I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. Anyway, I still don't have my wine. I got to grab that other bottle. Oh, hey, John Martinek. How many more Bad Boy episodes will there be before you wrap it up for good? Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I'm a bad boy. I don't know. At least 6. So we've already shot episode 6, which I'm in the process of editing. I've edited most of it already. Just anyway, who cares? And you should be working on it right now, but I'm letting myself have a vacation because this year sucked for the most part. I was about to take it off with that already in it. So it will that will come out in January once I'm finished with it, probably late January. And then got to write and shoot. And I want to go faster. Now that I'm feeling better and I have less dad estate obligations, I've got like none, I guess, at this point, outside of like tax season. I can really just focus on my work. So in 1 week, come January, it's like, all right, Artie, all systems go. Get your job done. So I hope to. That's the plan. I hate saying that out loud, though, because I'm like, yeah, that's what you thought last year, Artie, and then see what happened. Like, life throws things at you. So I'm like, God, please let me just do what I want to do this coming year. Let plans go as I dream and wish and work for. No curveballs, please. No curveballs in 2025. That's what I'm hoping for. If I must. You deserve the break stuff. Thank you, John. And I agree with you. See, in the past, I think I'd be like, oh, I don't know. I got to keep going. People are waiting. And now I'm like, no, I deserve the break. And I'll tell you what. Hi, Derek. I was thrilled to see Santa Chuck pop up on your stream. Oh, on TikTok, you mean? Yeah, I always got to post the Santa Chucks. I plan to have him in episode 8. Maybe in 7, but definitely in 8. Oh my God, guys, you got to let Mac go. The character is literally dead. I can't anymore with the Mac requests. It's been 6 freaking years. But I'm glad you liked him. Hi, YouTube watcher 806. Pause your viewing of Lance Loud at Death in the Family. I've never heard of it, but thank you for pausing and coming up here. Is there a plan to tie up all the plot lines? Of course, LOL Shark 33. And Bad Boy? Yeah. Here's the thing also, like, I can also just make it as long as I want. As I've explained probably a lot of times, it's just much harder now because people's lives have moved on. So when the show started, everyone was here. And now it's like, as you know, Teresa moved away. Drew moved away. Julia, who wasn't a major character, but I still have her in the story, moved away. Alex just had a baby. Drew had a baby. Guys, there's someone else I'm forgetting. It's just harder to like corral my and Alina's in Germany. So it's like, how do I make a show where no one's here? Main characters are not here. And then Braden had like no availability. So I'm glad I have other actors, and there's always ways to make it work. And I have the storyline. And actually, episode 5, the one that just came out, the roommate boy, I wrote it in a way that people didn't really overlap, and we shot it over 3 days. And I just spent more money and just kept hiring Jamie just so it can be chill. And it was such a pleasure to shoot it that. It was more difficult to write it. And of course, I love when everyone's in one room, but coordinating that is so hard. So going forward, I'm going to try to write that way and shoot that way. Oh my God, you just asked other plot line to wrap up and I rambled on for 5 minutes. Sorry about that. I do that sometimes. Hey, Branch Anthony, would we finally find out the other one's real name soon? Someone just asked me that on TikTok and they were like, do you actually know his name? And I was like, yes, I do. I do. It's going to be said very soon. I promise you. I promise you. probably in episode 6. No, 7. We already shot 6 in episode 7. Yeah. Camden Breeden, take as much time as you need. We'll wait. Even if it's another series, we'll be here watching. I'll tell you what, Camden. Oh, hi, Julian. I saw that way up here. Hi, Artie. I love you from Colombia. I love you back in Colombia. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Prior to this year, Jeremiah was here before the stream started. I'm not sure if he's still here, but he would try to remind me, like, people are here, people care, people care, they're invested. Like when I did the fundraiser, he was the one that urged me to do it, urged me to ask for as much as I needed or more. People will come through, and they actually did. It blew my mind. So in this case, it was like, oh, I'm afraid. Like, I'm taking too long to get a new episode out. Everyone's going to be gone. This is so important to me. I was stressing, but I literally was like, couldn't get it done. I didn't have energy to do it. I didn't have time to do it, whatever. And then finally, it had been 5 months, I guess, until the new episode came out. And I was like, oh, let's just hope. Let's just hope. And also, it was like super long. It's like 22 minutes. And I'm like, oh, God, no one's going to click on this. And then y'all did. And people watched it. And it was like, oh, they do stick around. They will come back for the most part. I was thrilled. And it reassured me, like, oh, I can just do it in my time and not, burn myself to the ground in the process. So that was a good thing to learn. Yeah. So thanks for saying that as well, Camden. Mr. Buzzfuzz, you definitely should go to Germany to visit. You'd be popular in the dungeons. Oh, I've heard about the dungeons. I have not visited. I've never been to Germany, but I've heard about it. Woo, 6 new episodes already shot. No, I did not say that. No, we've shot 1. Episode 6 has been shot. And then I plan to do probably 6 more. Probably. I don't know why I poured such a big glass. It's actually getting a little better. It's very light on flavor. This is the Dave Matthews wine. There was a little like, I would say spice, and sometimes that's the wrong word because people mean hot. I mean like cinnamon kind of flavor. I'm gonna get drunk and I haven't even had a drink I like yet. Who is your personal favorite character to write for? Ooh, Branch Anthony. No one's asked me that. People have asked me who my favorite character is, but not who my favorite is to write for. Merry Christmas. All right. Oh, that's what my problem is. I pour a big glass. All right. This is the Apothic Dark. Bold. What I want. I want bold and a blend. All right. That's right. Bold blend, Artie. To answer your question, though. Oh, hey, Jeremiah. I wasn't sure if you were here. Also, I watched the video you posted on Facebook. I think it was on Facebook. Like it was like the Christmas vacation dialogue under your tree lighting beginning. The tree, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I want to say, the words coming to my mind are presentation, showcase. I guess those work. I don't know. The thing you do. And I loved it. I love when people incorporate quotes and you timed it to the quotes. It's really brilliant. Watching Santa get relaxed. Favorite character to write for? I have to think about this for a second. They're all fun to write for. I like when I get to come up with a monologue for one of the bad boys about their crazy past. That was something I started back in, I think it was in the very first episode, where Mac is talking about like how his mom burned his birth certificate to light his dad's car on fire and then didn't know how old he was. Like things like that. And then sometimes I'll write an episode, and then after I've written it, I'm like, Artie, give a monologue to someone, give a little speech to someone about their craziness. So I gave one, I think, to Ted. He didn't get a monologue, but I gave like 3 instances to talk. Was it 3? He talked about the maple syrup commercial, but then it was like places he lived, with like when he lived on a boat and then he lived under a car. I like doing things like that. That doesn't really answer your question though. Favorite character to write for? Sorry, I really want to answer this question in an honest way. I don't know. I keep wanting to say Alina or Callista, but that's not right. I think it's more like James, because he's so like snarky and mean, and it's very Golden Girls where I get that from, where they're always sort of like taking jabs at each other, and then we love it as an audience and we laugh about it, and then they still love each other. Like, I feel like James is that little like rascal that's always like saying age jokes and gay voice jokes to Scott. That's pretty fun. I'm gonna go with that. After all that waiting, I'm gonna be like, I guess it's James. Can I try this? I like Alex's tone. His character has to be fun to write. It is. Plus, Alex is just the best. So I know he's going to deliver it the way that I write it too, or I'm going to write it in his voice. So it's kind of it's symbiotic. Hi, Carl. We've gone over this before. Carl Levin. Hi, Carloven. Hi. I want to take. I love that I'm letting my my apothic dark breathe. You know, gotta smell it first. Ooh, it has scent. Good sign. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was looking for this whole time. Why are you going to leave home when everything you have is right there? But you got to go on the journey to discover you belong where you already were. Words of wisdom. Is James really a vampire? Yeah. Didn't you watch this episode? This last one? Where suddenly he just springs out his teeth? He's done that a few times. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's just really fast with them. Guys, it's absurd. The show has always been absurd. Not as absurd as like 30 Rock, but I love 30 Rock. So I like, it's like that Tina Fey, Kimmy Schmidt, like absurdity, like, but it's still in there. And I love something that just makes you go like, what the fuck was that? That makes me laugh, you know? But everything happening to Scott is happening to Scott. I keep seeing, I've been using TikTok a lot to like keep the channel being promoted and the videos and all that. And then I've had several people be like, oh, I just had this theory. I just realized they're probably all in Scott's head. Or oh, I thought about this. And the only way it makes sense is if all these people are in Scott's head. That's how they pop in and out. I'm like, or they're just magic. Or just for whatever reason, the Jomases and the Werthers and the BJ Hills and whatever can just do magic and Scott can't. And he's like, this shouldn't be happening, but it does. That's what it is. Like no one like in 30 Rock was like, maybe it's all in Liz Lemon's head. It's like, no, she's just dealing with crazy people that can do weird things. Those are my favorite Scott lines. The what's after what? I get what you're saying. After something bizarre happens. Yeah. Thank God for Scott. Because if there was no Scott, the show would just be like, oh, this is crazy. You have to have the person that is your eyes seeing it to be like, what is going on? Oh, this was real good. Merry Christmas. I'm so glad I found a glass I like. What you mean I can fill it up? My sister says your wine needs to breathe for a couple of hours before enjoying. Who's going to do that, Patrick's sister? Please. I live in America. I've got no patience. Just kidding. No, she's right. But also, this isn't good wine. Like, Apothic isn't like, this is just whatever. But I love it. I think it's just probably very sugary. It's very sweet, which is why I like it. This Belhara, I guess, you know what I should get? I should buy myself like a decanter. Isn't that the thing that lets it breathe? I'll be classy as fuck come 2025. Here, I'll let it breathe. I popped it. I've got all these plans for this coming here, guys. I really do. We should talk about that. I just realized I've got fuzzies everywhere. And I was like, maybe I should do something about that. Calvin does magic. You're right. But that was more of a Jomas trait. Excuse me. I did that to try to tie him into Mac and Jim, I guess. You might remember in episode 3 of Bad Boy when he's talking to Callista and he's like, I can do magic. Guess a number between 1 and 10. She says 7. What does he say? Like 12 or something? Some stupid joke that he doesn't know math. But Calvin can actually do magic. Kind of. Anyway. I'm getting drunk. Let me tone it down. Let me have a cookie. All right, here's the next test, guys. In case you're just tuning in, Trader Joe's makes a chocolate chip cookie dough, but they changed the packaging, so I'm not sure the cookies are the same. And they're my favorites. See, in the other oven, they used to be kind of a little fatter, like short and squat. These are flatter and wider. I don't know. I mean, Jim has used a wand and cast spells. Yeah, so is BJ. I guess the only one who doesn't use the spells is Jim. All right, James, I'm gonna test this. Yeah, I think it's the same. It doesn't look the same. I think it's the same. I'm also getting stuffed up, I think, from the wine. Sulfites, I guess. I don't know. Also, I've been sick for a fucking week. I went to London for a week, got back 3 days later. I thought it was allergies. Turns out I got a really bad cold. Then I've been on the couch. Watched Binge Survivor, watched that Kate Blanchett Apple show, watched some movies. I'm just chilling. It's been so frustrating because when you're sick during Christmas, you miss Christmas. Anyway, dip in the wine. Yeah, Rick, did you say that because you know that's what I do? Or is that something you do? Because that's my thing. That's my thing. Like literally. I used to hang out with my friend Marcus. Still do sometimes, but back in the day, I would go there like pretty regularly. And we'd always have wine and cookies, and I would dip the cookies in the wine. I'm like, oh my God. It's phenomenal. There you go. Yeah. So then when I did the Christmas Bad Boy, I had Scott doing it. And people were like, oh my God, he's dipping the cookies in the wine. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Oh, I forgot to have eggnog in my Mr. Toad cup. Well, it's actually called Onog. Like I'm Artie O'Daly, this Artie Onog. And it's an oat-based product, something like that. It's non-dairy. Let's find out. All right. I can't taste it. What's Gator wine? Yeah, it's Onog. Oh, there I can taste it. Oh, Christmas. There it is, right there in the cup. When's the next episode coming out, Edwin? I don't have a date for you. I'm going to say late January. Here's what happened. We shot most of episode 6 prior to episode 5. We did our first pass edit on that, and then we finished shooting it on one of our days for episode 5. And I haven't edited those scenes yet. And then once that's done, then I go over it, color it, mix it, and then it's done. So I just have to do it. But right now I'm on vacation, so don't have to do it right now. I will. We also shot scenes for episode 8. I've never written like this before, guys. Season 2 has been very different than season 1. And because I had Alina in town, I wanted to use her as much as possible. Well, as much as I could in one day. We shot episode 6, which she is in. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to put you in episode 8 as well. So I wrote the end of episode 8. We shot episode 8. I have not written episode 8, nor do I even know the full story of episode 8. But I know how it ends. There's even like a recurring joke that I imagine will happen that happens in these scenes. I don't know. It's crazy. But this must be how it is to like write. Like you ever see these articles or interviews where they're like, oh yeah, we started shooting the movie and the script wasn't even done. And you're like, how did they do that? How can they be writing the script while they're shooting the movie? Like, guess what? That's what I'm doing. Episode 5, the one that just came out, Bad Boy, the scenes with James. I wrote those scenes the day before we shot them because Alex was going on paternity leave. And I was like, oh, let me squeeze you into this episode. And I'm like, okay, well, I think this is what's going to happen. I think Calvin's going to be like a realtor. And I think that the actor is going to be there, like being annoying. I'll just use that and put that into these scenes. And then I wrote the rest of the episode. And we shot the rest of the episode. And it worked out. Just dipping into my Onog again. Oh, wait. Did someone say something? I should pay attention to these. Gatorade and red wine? Look it up. It's hilarious. Not look it up. It's delicious. Look it up. It's hilarious. What kind of Gatorade? Can we all agree that if we're talking about Gatorade, we just picture the green one, the lemon lime one? Because I don't know about you. Hey, Nancy, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. When I was growing up, oh, and hi, Chris Kuhn. Merry Christmas. I wish you a thanks for being here or stopping in. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, way back in the day, many, many years ago, and I was like, play soccer, and you'd have Gatorade, and there was only 2 flavors. There was the green one and the orange one. Lemon, lime, and the orange. And the green one was always the better one. And then I think they introduced the red one, the punch one, which was not good. And now what? There's like 50 flavors. We overcomplicate everything. Babish did a whole video. Why am I eating this whole cookie? Especially when I can't breathe. Babish did a whole video testing all the combinations. That sounds weird. Also, that sounds like the kind of content that I would just do during a live stream. I tell you what, I miss doing live streams with Alex, and I messaged him that a few days ago. And he responded, "Let's fucking go," like he always says, which I love. I'm like, why don't we do it once a month? Like, I want him to actually teach me how to bartend. Not bartend, to make drinks. Like, here's my goals for the year, guys. I want to learn how to make drinks. I want to learn how to cook at least 10 things. Like, I want to see a cooking class. I have some dishes that I know how to make. Food, not baking, like cooking. I'm going to get a new apartment. I'm getting out of here. I don't care. I don't care how, but I'm doing it. Like, I know how. Just you pay for it. I don't know exactly where yet. We'll talk about that. Going to finish this season of Bad Boy. I assume I'm going to finish the season. Like, and if we continue, it'll just be like one-offs and specials. Here's my plan, actually, is to finish season 2, probably 6 episodes, maybe more, because I have about 25,000 outlined. And then I want to do a Halloween special and maybe another Christmas special. That's the plan. Whenever I plan it, it doesn't go that way. So don't hold me to that. And then what's the other thing? And then I got an acting manager. I don't know if we've talked about that. We can talk about that too. So pursue more acting stuff. And and then get back into shape, because this has been the year of not getting into shape. It's been the opposite of that. And I am going to at least lose 20 pounds because I have to for my health. So yeah, there's my goals. And now that I've said them, none of them will happen. Cheers. Merry Christmas. You love the frosty picture behind me. Thanks, Chris. I try to change it up. I try to give us a little festive. Now that you said you liked it, although it was funny because when I was looking for a good picture, I was like scrolling through, and there was this one. I'm like, oh, it's like frosty bottoming. It's like, wow, he's ready for something. Oh, and so is he. We'll just say it's a boy. It's funnier that way. I'll leave that up now. You like that one? That's your plan too, Gene? Everything I just said? We should hold each other accountable then. Have the people checking out the room and never come out, but James burping as he walks around? Wait, Patrick, I missed what that was in regards to, because I'm not fully paying attention, obviously. Because I tell you, drinking wine that you don't want before you drink the wine you do want still gets you drunk. I just saw Thiago said happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. Derek, your Gatorade was the red one. Oh my gosh, you'll miss your next door neighbors so much. It's more my upstairs neighbors than my next door neighbors. No matter what, I'm never living on the ground floor again. No one can be above me. I want to live on the top floor. Ideally, there's like no floors. There's just one floor. But if I'm in an apartment building, top floor or no Artie. Yeah. And as few shared walls as possible. I think about this all the time, guys, because I live here, is that I have no wall to myself, essentially. Because can I complain? Can I bitch for a second? That wall that way is the parking area, and also everyone's storage units. So when they're getting their storage, I hear them rustling into their storage. That wall right here, where my window and my bed is where the gate is for people to walk in and out of the building from the back. This wall here is a staircase up to that apartment, which is where I hear the kids running around. And then right next to the staircase is someone's closet, because I hear them rummaging through it all the time. The wall next to my bathroom is someone's bedroom, because I can hear him in there sometimes talking to people. And on the other side of the bathroom is the laundry room. So I can always hear when my laundry's done. And then that window like faces someone else's building. So this is what all the time. Oh my God, there's no privacy in this place. And I've lived here now for 8 years. And life is too short. So I cannot wait. And now because of my dad's passing, I have the means to go rent another place. But the thing is, I don't want to just go start renting and spend the money that is meant for a home. But I cannot go buy a place because I live in Los Angeles, where everything costs $1 million minimum. Let's see. But the point is, it's funny because I'm actually thinking about this. Quick tangent. when my dad, hey, I saw someone say, hey, Artie. Hey, I don't know if it has been a minute. Merry Christmas. I love that you all are here. This is making me so happy. So happy. What part of LA do I live in? I miss Santa Monica. Uh, I'm like 20 minutes from Santa Monica. If you know LA, I'm where the 10 and the 405 meet, essentially, but just east of there. Um, Pico Robertson. It's technically called Los Cienega Heights. Edalith could make such a dirty joke with the image in the background. That's why I put it up. It's a very dirty Christmas. Thank you for the little Christmas bonus there, Edalith. Thank you. That's sweet. And good to see you. But I'm like La Cienega Heights, Pico Robertson, between La Cienega and Robertson. It's like 2 miles down from West Hollywood, whatever. That's where I am. I'm right on the edge of where things are nice, but I'm in like the low income era section, which I think everyone wants to get us out of here, which I get. Anyway, so when my dad sold the house I grew up in, he didn't immediately go buy another house. He went and rented a house, which I lived in with him for, it's weird. I have like almost no memories of it. Like 3 or 4 years. It was like when I was like 30, it was like this whole time of my life. But I can barely remember what it was like to live there. It's very strange. Here's that's not the point. The point is, I was always like, why did he rent this house? Why didn't he just go buy something? Like he sold something. Why didn't he just go buy something? And I think he was like, I don't want to deal with it right now. Or maybe he couldn't, but he was just like, I'm just going to go rent. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I drive around, or even I browse on the internet. I see comments, but I'm going to look. Sometimes I will look at apartments. This happened like a month ago. I saw this apartment, and it was very modern. Like it was clean. It was 1 bedroom. But when I saw the bedroom in the picture, which was just a standard bedroom, I literally started crying. I was like, "Oh my god, a bedroom!" And I was like, "Artie, you deserve that." I know how sad this sounds, but it made me laugh at the fact that I was like crying that I saw like a bedroom, and I was like, "Oh, I can go rent an apartment with a bedroom." Struggling actors, guys. This is why we all leave. Most actors give up because they're like, "Oh, I'll never be anywhere because this sucks." It's a hard knock life for actors. Anyway, so part of me is like, then just go to any building you like, you fancy, and say like, I can pay a year up front. I want to move in right away. Part of me wants to just do that. And then in that time, be like, okay, what am I going to do? Where can I go? What can I actually afford? Because part of me just wants to do it and be somewhere as soon as possible. But I haven't done that. I don't know. I'd love your advice if anyone has any. I'm going to go scroll back because I did not read your comments and I've been very bad about that. So I apologize. But here we go. Chris Kuhn, right after Edalith gave me a very kind $10. You said, where would you put your CD stuff behind you? Oh, these aren't CDs, baby. These are vinyls. These are albums. It's a nasty habit to have because they do weigh you down, literally, because they're heavy. If I didn't have them, I could just leave them in a heartbeat, but they're heavy. What you need to do is when you find that new place, map it out in your head so you know where to put stuff at. Thank you, Chris. I can't do that. If you have that skill, you are gifted. My friend Daniel can do that. He can look at an empty room or a decorated room and redecorate it in his head and be like, this is where everything should go. I'm not a visual spatial person. So like sometimes I try to imagine this apartment without my stuff in it. And if I was like looking for a place to rent, I would walk in and be like, oh, hell no. There's no space. It's a closet. And then, I have a bed and a couch and everything all crammed together, but it's all here. But I would never understand like how I was supposed to do this. My ex-boyfriend used to live here. So I basically just copied his setup because it's the only setup you can do, to be honest. But anyway, what would I do with this? I would take them with me. Are you kidding? It's my favorite thing almost in the world. I listen to them every day. I played like 6 of them as I was getting ready for this. Like physical music product is my life. It's part of my life. It's a big piece of the pie. Anyway, we need to make Artie famously wealthy. Oh, thank you, YouTube watcher. Okay. I was going to try to think of a response, but I didn't have it. Who does your hair? Love it. Edwin. Well, thanks. Because as odds would have it, I don't love it at the moment. I love the girl who cuts my hair. I go to this place called Hammer and Nails. It's like a chain, at least locally. Oh no, I think it's nationwide. I love it. Like they give you a drink for free when you walk in. They say, "What, you want something to drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, give me a whiskey neat." I didn't say that. I said, "Give me a Jack and Diet." Who cares? Uh, and she cuts my hair. She's so sweet. She's wonderful. But I did ask her to keep the front longer because before I went to London, I went somewhere. I went elsewhere to get my hair cut because she was not available, and he butchered it. He like did those thinning shears everywhere, and I was like, "Oh my god." So I'm trying to let it grow back, and I told her that, and then while we were talking, she just cut, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's because we were talking." So I just like it much longer in the front. But that said, I guess it does look nice right now. This is how she styled it, so she did good. I like her. Oh my god, I can never go on a talk show because they'll say, "So Artie, what's your name?" And I will talk for 3 minutes, and then I'll be like, "Oh, it's Artie." Anyway. Bingman, ugh, isn't just LA. I've looked from San Francisco down to San Diego. Nothing is affordable. To buy, back to that comment, yes. And to rent. Rent is insane. But I've also made up my mind that I am going to live in London. I just don't know when. I just don't think the time is right. I would go today if I didn't think I still had this here. That is, I've been working 25 years to make a goal happen. And if I don't make the goal happen before I go, I will have wished I had kept going. So I need to continue with that. But that is why, if John is still here, that's why when I saw that show, I was like, Artie, just go and make a musical instead. Like pivot, go do that. Maybe I will. But I just got this manager that I also mentioned out of the blue right before the holidays. And I was like, well, now you have a manager. You just signed an 18-month contract. So you at least have to do this 18 months and see what happens from that. But I I've always wanted to go to London. I've always fantasized about loving London. Now I've gone 5 times and I fall in love with it more every time. I know London proper is expensive as hell. And people are telling me, well, look around London where it's more affordable. And then they send me pictures and I'm like, oh my God, I love that too. It's so charming. So I think that's where I'm going to end up for act 3 of my life, to be honest. Not think, that is my plan. That's my current plan. Then again, maybe I shouldn't have said that because sometimes when you say your plans, they don't happen. Anyway, where am I thinking on moving to, Derek? Either West Hollywood or Studio City, which are there. Who knows? Or wherever I find an apartment I like that I can afford. Volk C, you probably said this like 10 minutes ago. I'm just getting to it. I'm sorry. Oh, and Kenji, you sent $9.99, but I'm not sure when because I was stuck on these other messages. I got to go faster. Thank you. And thank you for the flying pear, which I know you didn't pick, but thank you. Oh, John, you said write that bad boy musical, and then you live there while you produce it. Exactly. Right. But it's not like anyone can just write a musical, go to London, boom, it's on stage, you know? I have to finish season 2 first, no matter what. No matter what. That is priority uno. All right, let me get through these comments and or questions as quickly as possible. You said, is it Volk or VULC1? Do you have any plans to expand Julia's role presence in the series? I think your character has huge potential. I love Julia. I think she's hilarious. I think Mila is brilliant. Julia lives in Colorado. She teaches at a university there. She comes to California sometimes. I got her to do the FaceTime thing in this current episode, but I've said, hey, would you still do one in person? She said, yeah. She's like, it's just like if I can time it right or have a reason to come to California, or I can fly her out. But I can't expand her role because she's not here. It's the same trouble I have with Drew. It's the same trouble I have with Alina. Like same trouble I have with Teresa. They aren't here. So if I could write 10 episodes, but then they have a life in a different state. So I'm limited, unfortunately. Yeah. Derek, I had Tourette's the last time I was on the 405. It was awful. The 405 is basically a parking lot. Mariano, looks like it. Harris from Police Academy. I missed what that was too. Scott Gates, wouldn't the friction from behind melt Frosty? Just a thought. I've got so many thoughts on Frosty, guys. I did a whole video about it on Instagram like 7 years ago, where I was like, what's the deal with Frosty? That's what I should have called it. Basically, like I don't understand why he has to leave. What was my thought? I should find the video, guys. Maybe I'll find it and post it on Discord or Patreon or something. But it's like he says something. Oh, he says for one thing, like he can't be anywhere where there's not snowing. And at the end, he's like, I'll be back on Christmas Day. I'm like, you have no guarantee there'll be snow next Christmas Day. Also, why can't you just, and also, oh, that was what it was. It's still winter. Like it's going to be, winter just started. It's December 25th. Like we're 4 days into it. You have another 3 months of winter to enjoy. So why can you only show up on Christmas Day? Like, are you a Jesus snowman? I don't get it. And then I don't get why he was like, I'll be back on Christmas Day when there's no guarantee it will be snowing. Like it could be hot. So Frosty's got it messed. Frosty. That's all I gotta say. Oh, good night, Nick. You're probably already gone. Good night. Kenji, how have notifications on, and I still almost missed it. I'm glad to catch it live after almost a year. Has it really been a year, Kenji? YouTube isn't great with notifications or telling you what you want. I get notifications for things I don't want. I'm like, why are you telling me about this? I don't even subscribe. Who was it? I think it was Daniel I was talking to about TikTok, where I noticed if I follow someone on TikTok, their videos stop showing up as recommendations to me or even in my feed. It's like they want you to like expand. They don't once they've got like. So I wonder if you already subscribe to me or whatever, they're like, oh, well, we don't need to tell them. We want it to grow, possibly. I'm sorry I'm sniffing so much. It's partly cold residual because I'm still all blech, and then it's partly just the wine. Anyway, maybe I should switch to the Bacardi. Oh, that'd be trouble. That'd be big trouble. He looks like Fred from Scooby-Doo. Artie is so cool. I don't know who looks like Fred, but thanks for saying I'm cool. Alternative living in the rurals of California, maybe. Where was your dad's house located? It was in a place called Phillips Ranch, which is technically Pomona, but it's a part of Pomona called Phillips Ranch. It was a very cozy house in a nice neighborhood, like good neighbors. It was a good place. He chose his last place wisely, and I get why he waited to find it, because the house he rented, that isn't where he should have lived his golden years. Like he was in the absolute, oh my God, I'll start crying. He was in the absolute best possible place because he could sit in his garage and talk to the neighbor. He knew all the neighbors. All the neighbors knew him. I think I mentioned this. So many neighbors showed up to his memorial. His neighbors, like down the street, neighbors came to the memorial. People kept coming up to me and saying, oh my God, I loved your dad. I would talk to him. I'm sure I said this on Instagram or something. What did I have to have done? Oh, my car. It was his car, which I needed to sell, but the battery had died because I hadn't been driving it. And the person that came and jumped the battery was like, hey, did the guy used to like sit in this chair here? I'm like, yeah. He's like, and he had a dog, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I love that guy. I would talk to him. I'm like, you're the random guy that I got from AAA from the auto club to come and jump this car. You knew my dad. And it's because he was like a staple sitting in his garage and just chatting with everyone. So he would not have had that in the house he rented. But it was a good bridge, you know? So that's kind of how I feel. Like, Artie, just go rent an apartment. If you see, there's a building. Here's what the building is I really like. I don't actually know the building. Where I get my haircut, it's like one of those places where there's apartments upstairs. On the bottom, there's like businesses. And this, like a year ago, I think I mentioned this, I was driving in to get my haircut into the parking area. No, driving out. I was finished. I was driving out. And if you know who Brian Jordan Alvarez is, he's a YouTuber / former YouTuber. He created that show, English Teacher. He was on Will and Grace. He's basically like I want to copy what he's doing. He was pulling into the residence section. Like he lived in that building. And ever since then, I couldn't get out of my head. I was like, then you should live here, Artie. You need to do what he's doing. You deserve what he's got. Granted, he had already been on Will and Grace. So we had Will and Grace money to like rent that apartment. I was like, oh, I could live in this building. And then part of me is like, well, you could right now, Artie. You can go live there for a year or two if you wanted to. But then part of me is like, oh, that seems like a waste of money. I should just go find a place to live. Anyway, I really want to blow my nose. James King, I would love to drink wine with you. We have similar tastes. You can drink wine with me right now. I know you mean in person, but I don't have a bedroom now, Derek. Derek, it's a studio. Is this your first live stream? I've mentioned it about 1,000 times because I love to bitch about my apartment because I'm always live streaming from it. But yeah, my bed is right there. And there's my front door. There's my air conditioner. There. Started to do it this way. And that's a gift for a friend. Boop. Anyway, James, I'm glad you love this series. It really does mean a lot to me, so thank you. Random question: are those record storage units? Oh, someone just the 20 popped up at the top, but my comment, I'm way higher. I need to go faster. Who was that? Rick M. Bad Boy is so zany and funny. It's up there with the best comedies. Artie for the best director. Don't agree with that. Actor. Writer. Thank you. People's sexiest man for 2025. You get it all, my friend. Good night. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, I can like it. I think. I'm trying to. It's not letting me. I'm trying to like your comment. It doesn't want me to like it. Thank you, Rick M. I think you've had a glass of wine as well because you were very complimentary. Thank you. Cheers to you, and thank you for the gift. No, it's not a self YouTube watcher. It's an actual bed. Actual bed. It's just a studio, guys. It's a closet. All right, but I'm thankful to have it. I always feel a little weird bitching about it because some people have less. So many people have less. So like, who am I to complain? But I do anyway. All right. Gene, sorry, you said random question. Are those record storage units from IKEA? Yes, they are. They are the I'm gonna forget the name of it right now. I almost had it. They're very popular with record collectors because they're perfect for 12 by 12 records. Calyx units. Kenji gave the $9.99. We talked about that. Thank you. I understand your struggle. I'm looking for a place myself, trying to find an appropriate place. You will. Andrew Rasmussen. Mwah. Hi, Andrew. I've thought of you frequently. I'm like, what happened with the puppets? I'm sure you're preoccupied with other things, but hi. How are you? And your gorgeous hair. Scott Gates, my husband can decorate a room in his head too. Not me. I can't do that. The trick with tiny spaces like Manhattan is to build up, not out. Shelves, hanging hooks. That's also what my friend Daniel said. He also suggested for a while that I put my bed up and then have things underneath it, like a desk, because I wanted like an editing space. But then I would be sleeping on the ceiling. So it's a whole thing. Oh my God, I'm going way too slow. I'm going way too slow. I'm going to go to the bottom and go up because people are saying hi to me. And like in 10 minutes, I'll be like, hi. Hi, Hubert. Hi. Hi back. Michael Oliver. Hi, where's my drink? I'm always losing my drink. Is that from something? You know what that sounds like? Is that song, is it called Phone? The Lizzo song? Where the hell my phone? Where the hell my phone? Like the whole song she's singing about, like she's out at the club and she lost her phone. And at the end, they're like, it's in your hand. Something like that. It's like funny. Oh, you work there, Gene. I started recognizing their products when I see them on TV now. Yeah, they're great. I mean, I did read something like you're not supposed to put them on like this and then put a TV on top, but I did. Hi, Sean Kiriak. Is that right? I see it. Hi, Artie. Hope you see this. I see it. All right, gotta go up now. Can you blame him? Everyone loves Daddy Scott. That's sweet. Alex Wallace. Hi, Merry Christmas, you cute and talented man who has a big heart. Guys, why am I single? Jesus Christ. Can we just have like a group date? You guys are so sweet to me. Ugh, thank you. Brian Tonks. Hey, Artie, 2:30 on Christmas morning here in the UK. Happy holidays and keep the bad boys coming. I promise I will. Merry Christmas, Brian. Brian, remind me where you are in the UK so I can come visit and move in. I'm not even kidding. All right. Going up. I hate that he got in trouble, but if he did it, he did. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. Okay. Now I'm going back up. Were you brave enough to tell the barber that he butchered it? It was a she. And no, it was too late. It was one of those things where while it was happening, it was like, why aren't I saying anything? Because she was talking, she was like telling a story, and I saw her do like, she like grabbed the front and she like went cut. And I was like, oh no. Then I was like, just trust her. You told her you want it long in the front. Then she did the next part. Then I was like, well, now it's too late. If she's already cut it, you can't be like, no, I want it long in the front. Because she's going to be like, well, it would just make her feel bad. So the next time I go, I have to specifically say, I want the front long. Don't touch the front. That's what I have to say. Because you can't just say, leave it long in the front because they're still going to trim it. They don't know what long means to you. I have to be like, don't touch it. Anyway. Write that bad music. Oh, we talked about that like 20 minutes ago. General Hospital needs to bring you back. I love that you guys always forget the General Hospital. This happens frequently as well. I would love to go back. It's not in my hands, but I wish. Hey, Ryan. Merry Christmas, Artie. Just home from Christmas Eve party. Hope you had a good time, Ryan. Mwah. Always happy to see you. Mariano loves London, Kentish town, but my heart is still down here in Buenos Aires. That's the other thing about living in London is that people are from so many other countries. Here, of course, we're a country of immigrants, and we have a lot of Mexican people here in Los Angeles. But our people from other countries, it's more like our grandparents. You know, what's your nationality? Where are you from? Not where you're from, but like, where are your grandparents from? It's like, then it's like, oh, I'm Scottish. It's like, oh, I'm Armenian. Oh, cool. But we have like no actual connection to it. Like there, it's like people are actually from somewhere. Guys, don't live in Los Angeles. I don't recommend it. I'm more confident in my opinions now. I was texting with my friend Peter about this earlier, whom I met for coffee and tea while I was in London. He lives in Wales. He's the best. I love him. And it was about how in your 40s, like you're more certain of your opinions and less caring about what other people think. Because in the past, I've never liked LA, and I've been saying this since forever. But I was always kind of like, oh, maybe I just take it for granted. Maybe it's because I live here. Like, it's fine. It has good things. And now I'm like, no. For 30 years at least, since I've been coming to LA with my own car, I'm just like, LA is not it. Like, I know that now. I don't recommend it. But also, it's wonderful, and it could be worse. I have to stop bitching. Jesus. Places in West Hollywood are small and expensive. The architecture of the old building is cool. Studio City might have larger places. Yes, Derek. And it's imperative I have a parking space this time because I frequently have to park far, and I'm over that as well. Haunted house. I should find a haunted house and get roommates. Yes. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll a little bit more. Oh, this is from Michael Oliver. Artie, as a member of your audience, let me say that we are not ready for such intelligent topics of conversation. You're underestimating this audience, Michael. I know you're a member of it, but I feel like I attract a more thinking person. What am I trying to say? Because I'm attracted to humor that is more, yes, it can be stupid, but it's also more witty and like more verbal. I think if you appreciate the humor I create, odds are you are more of a thinker to begin with. It's not like crass jokes and like tons of physical humor. It's not like appealing to like the lowest common denominator. It's more of a, that's an insult. Lowest common denominator. It's not appealing to that sensibility. It is more of a, like I said, I feel like it's a bit more cerebral, but that might be too high of a word. I think you know what I'm saying. All right. All right. I just have to skip because I'm being rude to people that are here right now. Hi, James King. Merry Christmas to you as well. It's Christmas. And Frosty's getting it from behind. All right, let's switch it. I think I had like a Christmas Carol. Nikki's Christmas Carol. Yeah, I did. Perfect. Oh, Mickey looks like Mickey looks a little high. Look how his eyelids are falling. He's kind of like, huh? I think he got lit for Christmas. Manchester. Is that where the Vivian's from? On Drag Race? Manchester. Hey, Andre. Merry Christmas to you as well. Rob Fowler, I just read your message. I'm sure you saw Stars and Moons. Hey, Richard in Hawaii. How many albums are stored behind you? Love you, Artie. Richard, I've never counted. If I counted, I would probably be like, oh my God, how did you do that? It is an investment because records almost always go up in value as long as you treat them well. And I do treat them very well. They're all in like protective sleeves. Let me see if I can I'll pull a random one out. Let's see what we get. Ugh, they're kind of packed in because I'm running out of room. Ooh. Oh, Cali Uchis. See, I put them in these things, and it's like, and then I put the actual record. Oh, I didn't do it with this one. I usually put the actual record in another thing. Anyway, ballpark. I wonder how many is in each cube. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 cubes behind me, plus that, plus the one in my closet. So there's like 19 cubes-ish. And if each cube has, let's do a quick estimate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20. If each cube might have 50. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how many Oh my God. Sometimes I think about it though. I'm like, Artie, if you sold your records, I couldn't buy a house, but I'm like, I bet you would have some extra cash to do something with. Because some of these are worth a lot. Or sometimes you'll buy a record for like 15 bucks, or it'll be on clearance. And then a couple years later, you like check to see how much it's worth, and it's worth like 400 bucks because it's out of print and suddenly everyone wants it. And it's like, oh, so yeah. But I don't care. I mean, I care about that, but I can't fathom the day when I'm going to sell these. I'd have to be like dying. You know what I mean? I play them all. I don't look at them as pieces of art in that respect. They're not something to just be put on a shelf, is what I should say. I actually like spend them all of them. I don't care how rare it is. Like I'm playing it. So it's all about the music. Sorry about your father, Artie. I lost my father way back in '97. Thank you, Scott. He's got, yeah, it was a low part of the year. Still is. Still is. I'm not gonna lie. I had to cry yesterday about it. Talked to him for a little while. I'm like, oh, that's the first Christmas without you. First Christmas, I didn't have to buy you gifts or any of that. So it makes me sad. But I talked to him out loud. I thanked him for all the Christmases, all that he did to make Christmas good, all the times he would decorate the house with the lights and all that. So he's in here. And as I've said many times, whenever I especially laugh or cough, I sound just like him. My coughs sound just like him. It's a random thing. My laughs frequently sound like him. And also, I guess my voice. I don't think I really talk like him, but people tell me all the time, like, oh, you sound like your dad. So it's weird. It's weird. It makes me think of him too. Because I'll go like, not that. That wasn't the cough. But I'll do like a dad cough. And I'll be like, oh, dad. Anyway. I might say your name wrong. Zeb Dykus? Found the channel recently. Keep up the good work. You need a companion album on display of Paul Williams and the Muppets. I do. Fun fact, Zeb, since you've recently found the show, my friend Teresa, who plays Aunt Whitney, we went to school together. I met her at Purchase College at an acting conservatory out in New York. And in our company of actors was Paul Williams' son, Cole. We were all in class together. And when I found out Cole's dad wrote the Rainbow Connection, I was like, your dad is a legend. Your dad wrote the Rainbow Connection. It was crazy. Anyway, so, but I agree. I do need a Paul Williams and the Muppets display. Oh, go to bed, Chode Monsters. I didn't say hi to you. I'm sure you're gone already. I love you, Artie, but I got to shower and get this party started. Me and whiskey. Well, you can come back. Speaking of, I kind of want to switch to my Bacardi. I love that I say that as if I wish I could take a picture. There's 3 open bottles of wine, a Bacardi, cookies, candy, eggnog, and as always, a water. But no, I want a little something cold. Manchester is where lots of the drag queens on Drag Race are from. You can't drop a chip on Canal Street without being shamed by one in a caring way. That's cute. Hi, Harlan. Sorry for the stuffiness. Hi, Harlan. Hey, Merry Christmas. We're at a dinner at a friend's, so won't be here for too long, but our chocolate raspberry martini. This is what I'm talking about when I say I want Alex to teach me, perhaps all of us, how to make drinks. Can you imagine? The thing is, I feel like Alex wouldn't actually just sit and show me how. You'd be like, you do this, and you shake it. There it is. Be like, no, Alex, I want like step-by-step, like encouragement. Chocolate raspberry martini. Yeah, that sounds fabulous. Also, I don't have a bar. This is all part of like the moving into a place or space where perhaps I could have people over to make drinks for and to cook for. That's the dream. Life's too short. Hey, Gus McGuire. Merry Christmas, Artie. Hope you had have a fabulous festive period. Thanks. I am tonight, and tomorrow's Christmas. And that's it. As I mentioned before, I was sick for like a week, so I kind of missed Christmas, but I got a little Christmas in London. I didn't really talk about that, but it was fabulous. I went there just to go to the Atlas show, but I can talk about that later. I should respond to this. 800 records. Okay. Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably right. And yet, there's so many more that I want. There's a website called Discogs, which is a place to buy and sell records, but also they catalog like every CD, tape, vinyl ever released anywhere in the world. And if it has been produced, sold, it can be a bootleg, but you can't sell the bootlegs. It's like if it's authentic, I guess I should say. There'll be a listing for it, or you can create a listing for it. And So then you can be like, oh, I want this on my want list. And there's a couple of records that I want so bad, probably because I'll never find them. There's this one, if you know who Vanessa Williams is, of course you do. We just talked about her an hour ago. She has an album called The Sweetest Days, which I used to play all the time in my car in my 20s. I had the CD. I love it, love it, love it. It was only pressed on vinyl in Jamaica. So I don't know how many they made, probably not that many. And I don't know how in Jamaica still have their copy of The Sweetest Days. But every day, well, not every day, but frequently I check Discogs like, oh, is anyone selling one? And no one ever has. So most wanted. Anyway, hey, LOL Shark 33, welcome back. Mickey wants some duck. Oh, is that where you're right. Look at where his eyes are going. You're like, oh, check that out. Guys, it's Christmas. Oh, Patrick, we lost our mom a week before Christmas 2 years ago. And this year we didn't really decorate or do cards this year. I get you, Pat. Grief can hit at any time. I'm in a grief therapy group, and everyone's grief level is different every group. I think there's one person that's basically always very deep in the grief, but otherwise we're like, oh, I kind of felt good this week. Oh, I felt like it just happened. Like it's such a fucking roller coaster. Everyone has told me it takes at least a year or two to start to feel like yourself. And I've had glimmers. I've had moments where, oh, that's Artie before any of this, It's a very different feeling. And it's exciting to know that it's still in there somewhere. But I know forever, there'll just be times where I'm like, oh, I miss him. I need a drink. I'm with my 93-year-old mom. Sigh, Marie. Why don't you give her one too? What are you guys doing? I'm sure she would love a drink, assuming she drinks. Make her a chocolate raspberry martini. We don't do anything. We don't do Thanksgiving here. Christmas lasts until about the 3rd of January. It's a 2-week party. What? Are you telling me in Manchester, if I lived there, we'd be having Christmas for 2 weeks? That's fine. Like, I don't need Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's, but I don't even like turkey that much. I just want the stuffing. I'm there. I'm moving. That's it. Settled. But now I got to visit Manchester because all I've gone to is London. Not sure if you said it earlier. Do you know when the next episode will come out? Late January. And when does Santa Chuck make another appearance? Episode 8, maybe episode 7. I haven't written it yet. Someone suggested that Santa Chuck be the officiant at Whitney's wedding, which is the intended episode 7. But he's also our cameraman. So it's not that easy to make Jamie be in the show. But I've already told him you're coming back, episode 8. And he's already talked to his friend, his neighbor. It might be his sister-in-law's husband, his wife's sister's husband, who also does camera stuff. So he's going to film when Jamie is acting. Anyway, point is, soon. I know you all love Santa Chuck. I know. That might be a fun one to write for. But it's been a while. Anyway, lost my train of thought. Watching NORAD and this at the same time. I don't know what NORAD is, number one person, but thanks for being here. Oh, you had duck for dinner today. Sorry, John. I will never in my life eat duck because I grew up with pet ducks. Many of them. And so, like, I don't know. It's the same reason I don't eat fish, because I had fish growing up. Like, I'm never going to eat something that was once a pet. And I would feel so weird. Like, my parents would go out to dinner and they'd be like, oh, I had the duck. I'm like, how can you have a duck? We have 7 of them in the pen out back. You ate one of them? I don't get it. Anyway, okay, dinner is starting, so we're going to go. Bye, Harlan. Hi, Joseph. Hugs. You're probably already gone, but hi and hugs. Merry Christmas. Thought Mickey had a knife, then I realized it was a quill. Yeah, it does look like that. You're right. Oh, Shark 33. Oh shit, that's what I'm feeling right now. I just had a really nice week and a half with the first guy who's ever wanted to be serious with me. He's been ghosting me today. Well, it is Christmas Eve. He might be preoccupied if he's with family or friends, or perhaps the holidays are bringing out his own sorts of feelings. I would just let him ghost you, though. Don't push it. Don't text and be like, where are you? You know what I mean? Because if someone pulls back, typically they aren't attracted to someone that comes further. Like, you have to pull back too to make them come. Also, if someone wants to go, let them go. Spread your wings and prepare to fly. It's Butterfly, Mariah Carey. Um, I'm sure he's just busy with family. Exactly, exactly. There's no such thing as oversharing at an Artie O'Daly live stream. Trust me. Anyway, you had ducks growing up, Andre? Yes, so many, so many. I forget how we first got them, but my dad built a pen. Actually, didn't built the pen. Maybe he did. We built a pond for one thing. We built a duck pond for the ducks to come and sit in, and they never did. But the dogs would. Our dogs would just sit in the pond on a hot day. But we had ducks, and they loved to eat lettuce. That was their favorite thing. Like we give them like the corn, the cracked corn, whatever it is, like the duck feed. And they would eat that. But like if you gave them lettuce, they were over the moon. And we named them after the Peanuts characters. So it was like Snoopy and Sally and Lucy and whatever. And they would lay eggs, but then not know what to do with them. And also, I think I found out that the girls will just lay the eggs, but then the boys have to fertilize the eggs after the fact. But then at the same time, I would see them fucking. I don't know what the situation was there. Point is, they never hatched any eggs of their own, or they'd sit on them, but they would never hatch, something like that. But they're so cute. Ducks are my fucking favorite. Ducks and dogs. I just love ducks. I used to have ducks on my wallpaper in my room. Yeah, I'm big on ducks. So I can never eat one. Um, oh, don't be embarrassed. It's fine. Trust me, there have been so many times I'll do one of these live streams and the next morning I'll wake up and be like, what did I say? Why did I say? It's kind of the reason I stopped so frequently because I would get so messy. I'm like, oh, Artie. Oh, Artie. Oh, Artie. The internet is not the same thing as talking to like a confidant on the couch. And yet, anyway, but please don't feel embarrassed. Anyway. Oh, if I was raised with chickens, it took me a while to get over it, but I realized they were there. They were not pets, but raised for food. Once I got over that, mental block, not a problem. Yeah, I would still eat chicken even if I had a chicken as a pet now. It's just that I knew them as pets first. And I was a kid, I couldn't differentiate. Maybe if I grew up on a farm, I guess people that live on farms like kill their animals anyway. But Artie is a hot mess. Thanks, Mo. Yeah. I know. And then I always have to tell you, like, I don't drink like this except when I'm doing a live stream. And especially today, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, guys. So if anytime you're gonna like get smashed and have a good hot mess of a time, Christmas. Have a drink. Hi, David. I'm doing pretty good today. To date. I'm trying to say today and tonight at the same time. So I said to date, which also works. Hey, Derek, they didn't hatch the eggs. No, they did not. Every season we'd see the lines of baby ducks. Oh, I see people. Oh, you're hitting like emojis. I see like hearts flying up and happy faces. It doesn't tell me who's doing it, but I see them. That's kind of fun. Oh, and party poppers. Every season we'd see the lines of baby ducks following their mom to the pond, but we also saw the catfish eat the babies. They're paddling, gone the 1 minute. They're paddling 1 minute, gone the next. Yeah, that's terrific. I have myself a new iPhone 13 by Cricket. I don't know what by Cricket means, but congratulations. Oh, that's you doing it like this. The little. Well, let's do it. I think we talked about this before, and I won't do it unless it's on my like. I think it does it on Discord, but not here. Yeah, I don't think it will because it's YouTube. But like, I wonder if I can do it myself. 100%. That's fun. Do I collect 45s? I've kind of started that because I was basically getting all the records I wanted. So then I was like, oh, I should get 45s. I've got tons of old 45s, especially my mom's in this little, I don't know if you can see, there's like this record stand here. And on that top shelf, there's a bunch of old 45s, like Beach Boys and whomever from back in the day. Then some from when I was growing up. And now if I get a new one, like a modern one, they're over there in my nightstand. Nightstand. It's just another one of these units. But yeah, I'm into it. It's the internet. Does not bring up the old Halloween live stream. Oh, I think you're being cheeky. Like the singlet stuff. I got you. I also have to be like, how do I know who's watching this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I had to tell friends, like, please don't watch. Like, this is like this is for me to hang out with my my YouTube friends. I guess in a way you are. My bad boy community. I don't know. It just feels like I'm hanging out with my group of friends And then suddenly, like, this person will like, hi, hey guys, Uncle John is here. I'm like, oh, Uncle, I didn't expect you to be here. Like, just let me have my thing. But because it's like a public thing, I have to be conscious of the fact that it's not just me hanging out with my friends in my apartment. Like I think it is. Bye, Sean. I have to go. It's almost 5 a.m. here. Jesus Christ. Thank you for stopping by or for being here this long. I gotta go to bed. That's right. Do not apologize. You're right here. I love you. Can't wait to see more of you again. Likewise, I will see you in January. I promise. Good night. Your bad boys were all in your internet house causing havoc. Or you're just all in my head. You could all be AI. I don't know. There's no guarantee that any of you are actually here. Welcome 2024. 5 almost. I don't understand what you said, John. They gave Vanessa in eBay on 45. I missed something. Merry Christmas. Oh, Cricket Wireless is a phone company. That's good to know. Anyway, I also be like, oh, hey, Steven. We are set. It's possible. I've thought that sometimes. I'm like, I have no way of knowing if YouTube is just like feeding like something in there to like make people do a live stream or to engage. And you have no way of knowing if I'm not real as well. This day and age with AI, I could just be like, here, I don't know if they still do it, but when Instagram launched that feature where you could like chat with AI bots and they had like a person there that was like reacting, I actually used it a couple times. I was like, I'm curious to see how this interacts. The interaction is like, because each different AI thing had a different personality. So if you wanted jokes, you go to this person. If you wanted advice, you go to this person. If you wanted this, you wanted this. I'm like, let's just see. And it's obviously very programmed and it would be repetitive and sometimes contradict itself, but it would also talk like a human, which is scary. I don't like it. eBay has the sweetest days 45 for sale. Thank you. Thank you. Now I get it. It is not the 45 that I want. It's the full album. I will hear that. Excuse me. It's never been sold. Like, I don't think it's ever once showed up on this site. But I'm telling you, I check it all the time. 1 second. Find a format. I'm going to find it. LP. One version. Jamaica. In my want list. Never sold. 5 people claim to have it. This. There you go. Both Johns went on a sorry. It's true. Got you. No, yeah. It's that. That's on my most wanted. I want the original version of Body Talk by Robin, which was only pressed in Sweden. Someone recently sold with like $500. And I was like, oh, it's one of my favorite albums, but $500. There's some other one that I always check. Oh, I want Tony Braxton's Secrets. That's actually more sentimental one. It's both. I love that album. But, oh my God, I feel like I talk about my dad too much. I've got like, my dad has bought me like 3 pieces of music, like 3 physical items of music, which I still have them all. He bought me a cassette single of Love Will Never Do by Janet Jackson. He bought me a CD single of Anytime You Need a Friend, import by Mariah Carey. And he bought me the CD of Secrets by Tony Braxton. I think he also bought me Ritual of Love by Karen White. I tie that to him somehow. But anyway, the point is, I would love to have Secrets because I don't have a CD player, except I guess my Blu-ray player would play them. But I want like the album, but it's hard to find. Who cares? No one cares. I know. I said claim to have it about those 5 people in Jamaica. I'm like, yeah, sure you do. I'll believe it when I see it. 5 people on Discogs that claim to have it. Liars. It's so funny. I don't know why I said claimed. I just like to be skeptical of anything, I guess. Anything you see online. I saw an ad recently about AI being used in hospitals. I think that's a bad idea. Have they learned nothing from WebMD? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they used it, but I feel like if anywhere we're going to use AI, okay, fine. If it helps us like save lives, but if it takes over people's jobs, which is all it's going to do, especially creative jobs, which seems to be the only thing they're actually focusing on it for right now. So like, let's make it so like we can recreate actors and write their own scripts and make fake backgrounds. We never have to shoot anything again. It's like, what? Wait, why? I hate it. Yeah, these 5 people just want to be Vanessa Williams' #1 fan. I have the Sweetest Days on vinyl from Jamaica. Like, yeah, right. I should email each one of them. Be like, prove it. Send me a picture with a date. I want like a dated newspaper and the vinyl. Prove it. That's something a bad boy would do. Like they want some like rare Hillary Duff vinyl. They're like, I don't believe this person has it. They would message them and be like, I want to see a dated newspaper next to your vinyl. And that would be like a back and forth thing. See, if I had a 20-minute sitcom where we had to do an episode every week, that would be one of the storylines for sure. And it's funny because as I've been rewatching Friends, I'm like, these storylines are so simple. It's like a simple conflict, short scenes. Also, they can pause for like laughter. So I think their scripts are probably bad boy length or shorter. It's like, oh, it's just like, what's what I just watched? I don't know. Scott. Ross is dating a student. There was something with Phoebe. Phoebe's mad at Ross and doesn't know why. She can't remember why. It's like so simple. Anyway, this is why Simpsons can run for 30 years. Because you just say, what's the conflict? Oh, Scott found a remote, but is obsessed with figuring out what it's for. That would be the whole story. You know? Our town still has a local newspaper, print and digital. That's great. That's local community. I've got my friend, one of my good friends, Deanne, I went to high school with. She lives in Ogden, Utah. And she's all about like local papers, community events. She just started like a film series night. Like there's some place we can rent a theater. And it's got like seats. And she texted me. She's like, I'm so excited. I started a film screening night. And our first movie is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I'm like, it's amazing. So she's very much about, the simple things. I love that. People. She's about people is what I should say. It's not the simple things. She's about people. Did you just write a storyline? I might have. Hoping this creative theft version of AI bubble burst soon. Oh, so here's the thing, guys. I just got an email from YouTube saying, now we have this feature where you can consent to letting us use your content to train our AI. So now you can check or uncheck this box that allows YouTube or Google, it could literally just like watch all of Bad Boy to train itself so it can make its own Bad Boy. And I was like, fuck no, absolutely not. There is no artist that would ever consent to letting some corporation use what they have worked more than hours on, like years on, so they can train their artificial intelligence to recreate it. Because it's not learning how to create on its own. It's learning how to copy and modify on its own. I was horrified when I got this email and I made sure my box was unchecked. But I was like, I can't believe you're even like posing this as this great thing. Like, help us train our AI models. It's like, get bent. Furious. I hate AI. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Have I mentioned that I hate it? I hate it. I hate it. Defend your work, sir. I will. I'll defend human properties forever. They asked after they already did it. Well, I checked and the box was not checked. So I don't know if I'd already unchecked it or if maybe the default is unchecked. I'd have to find the email to see exactly what it says. Hi, Adam. Oh my God, you just made me happy. I was getting all angry. Love your show. Thank you. Love you. Be sure to randomly check Artie O'Daly. YouTube likes to fuck with people's settings. Yeah, I know. The same way earlier when someone was like, I have notifications turned on and I was not alerted to the fact that your live stream was happening. Yeah. They hook with it. They really do. Probably every update of your browser will check that box unless you uncheck it. I mean, I finally just checked it. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was when I was setting up this live stream. I'm like, let me make sure that like the default is not like, yes, you can use my content. What a stupid thing to say. What a stupid question. I want to get on a soapbox for a second because there's no way you would ever walk into like an art gallery and say like, oh, can I look at all your paintings and take pictures of them all so I can copy them and make my own version? Like the artist would be like, no, you can't. You can buy one. You can look at it. You cannot use it to train someone else, not someone, something else to make it. Ugh. Have I mentioned that I hate AI? Good for you for sticking with your guns. Thanks, Adam. I had to train 5 managers to tell me how to do my job. Yeah. Anyway, AI movies and shows are coming. They are, Edilith. They are. They're already basically here. How do we know? I mean, look at what CGI is. But also, I do think we reject a large part of it. Like we look at it and we're like, oh, this is why I love going to concerts because it's real. I think it's probably the same reason you, John, love to go to the theater because it's actual people creating something in front of you that is unique and rare and special, and it's an actual experience. Now that like rides at Disneyland or whatever amusement park, they start putting up screens. Now there's animation, and people are like, I don't want to see screens. Like, I want to see something tangible. The whole reason to go on the ride is to feel like you're going into the world, not to go and sit and watch the world and like see the same movie on a screen. Companies don't get it. The more that this happens, the more we're going to reject it. It's the same reason records came back, guys. Everything went digital. And it's like we have the world of music at our fingertips, and yet, at the same time, vinyls came back. It's because we don't want just everything to be fake and not non-tangible. I guess that's the word, intangible, whatever the word is. We want practical and real. Well, some of us do. There will always be people like me. Anyway, I gotta calm down. Yeah, are we still on these units? The IKEA thing? Some might be time delayed, so they might even see these comments, but that's funny. Hi, Richard. Hubert, there was something where you can find out if they've trained their AI on your channel. MKHD talked about it months ago. A lot of YouTubers were surprised to find some of their videos were there. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. It's the same way when Scarlett Johansson had to like sue to be like, you literally copied my voice. I said you can't use it, then you used it anyway. And now you've got this fucking bot using my voice. What are you doing? Also, is it that hard just to have a person do it? There's billions of us, and we need jobs. Calm down, you're gonna have a stroke. Eugene, you're not wrong. And it's Christmas. No strokes on Christmas. That's kind of a Whitney thing. No one dies on Christmas. It's not allowed. Wait, am I the only woman here? Are women allowed here? I never noticed this. Nancy was here. Also, there's no way to actually know if it's male, female, non-binary. We don't know. AI. We don't know. Yes, women are allowed here. MIKBHD. Jeremiah, I do not know what you just said. Are you coding right now? Are you creating an algorithm for us? Vinyl sounds so much better than digital. Brian, it depends on the record. I'm not gonna lie. Like shit. And some vinyl sounds like the greatest thing I've ever heard. I mean, you're not here with me. I would have there's the Unbreakable by Janet. It's the random album. It's like her last album, but it sounds so good on vinyl. These half-speed masters by ABBA, The Visitors, it got me to buy all of them. I put on this half-speed master and I'm like, this sounds, I can literally, it's just like spacious and clear and wondrous. It's amazing what vinyl can do. But sometimes it just sounds bad. You think your show is silly and no way can happen? Ask me about my life and past jobs. iPad kids probably don't care whether they're on an actual ride or just watching something on a screen. We'll find out. So I'll tell you what, I went to Billie Eilish on Saturday. I was getting over my cold. No, Friday. No, Saturday. The 21st, whenever that was. And her audience is very young, very rabid. They were obsessed with seeing her. And apparently they had camped out for days, maybe even weeks, days in advance, where they had like cops had to come and send people home because people wanted on the general admission on the floor, like they wanted to be up close. And these people are like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. So I do think people also, like they could watch Billie Eilish on their screen all day, but they still wanted to see her. They want the real thing. So I think there will always be something to that. How we went from broadcast TV with commercials to TiVo to speed through commercials to streaming with no commercials, and now streaming has commercials. Derek, don't get me started. I will always pay extra for no commercials because I think commercials are was gonna say Satan. I'm non-binary AI. You can refer to me as it. Okay. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something about your gender, but I didn't. YouTube, because I know him. He's my bud. YouTube keeps crapping out on me. Oh, I'm sorry, Binkman. I'm always concerned that it's my own connection because my internet here is not the best, but hopefully it's okay for everyone else. I may have missed this if you've already mentioned, but what is up and coming for you that we can keep tabs on? Hey, Adam. Thanks for asking. This is not that kind of live stream. This is just like holiday, celebrate. I've got no news. We're just having a good time. That said, since you're asking, we have shot another episode of Bad Boy. It's not done. It'll be out in January. But let's not worry about that right now because it's not work time, it's play time. But thanks for asking. Lots to come in the new year. ABBA. Tryouts Rover just said ABBA. That's like me when I wake up. ABBA? Hopefully that'll be my last word. Like he laid down, he said ABBA, and he went peacefully. Seriously though. I don't know why you said ABBA, but okay. I prefer they, them, but was raised in an era where I had to be she, her. Thank goodness times have changed. Oh, well, that's great. It's got as a person who does not know, I don't know if I know personally any non-binary people. I know like people that have become transgender and stuff like, but it's more like Facebook, like people I once knew. Do you encounter all the time that people struggle to remember to say they, them? I really do wish, I'm sure I'm not the only person that has said this, that wish there was like a new word for non-binary that was not the plurality that we're used to using. Because I happily want to use the gender pronoun that you prefer, but it confuses me. It's a mental thing. It's not like a resistance thing. It's a thing where I'm like, oh, my brain doesn't get what I'm supposed to be using right now. I wish someone would invent one. That's my own personal. It's not for me to declare. Just stating my own opinion. I need DJ Artie Clumps to do a Lady Gaga disease-oriented playlist. You're the only one asking for anything disease-oriented. Hashtag flop. That's right, I said it. But I will not make that. But I'm glad you want it. They're teenagers. They do that kind of thing. I guess so. But my point is, we've all done that at some point. Even at this age, I would line up for certain people. My point is it hasn't died off. Like the rising technology has not made teenagers today not still crave the in-person experience, which I say thank God. A little of Artie creeping into Daddy Scott. I don't know why you said that. Playtime. Magic playtime. Best Billie Eilish song. Oh, I know what you're saying. When Leanne Rimes sang "When the Party's Over" by Billie Eilish on The Masked Singer. Yeah, it'll make you cry. Leanne Rimes is shockingly like the most underrated singer we have, I think, in this day and age. And she was like the biggest thing in the 90s and such. It's shocking that she is not like Kelly Clarkson, Adele level of respect. Like people kind of forget that she is so amazing. I just saw her in concert, I don't know, 2 months ago. I went with my mom in Cerritos. It was just her and like a guitar player. My mom cried. My mom cried hearing her sing. Leanne Rimes is amazing. Merry Christmas, good sir. Merry Christmas, Richard Hicks. I certainly hope your upcoming year is a smooth and fruitful one. Thank you. I receive that wish, and I say the same to you. Everyone here, this community deserves a good year ahead. We all deserve it. I'm scared to death, especially if you're in America. Let's not talk about it, but Jesus, the next 4 years, I can't put my head in the sand, but that's what I want to do. So we deserve the goodness. We deserve it. We got to work for it. It was about ABBA being your last word. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yes, I made Daddy Scott love ABBA for Artie's purposes, for sure. The controversy of Leanne Rimes' love life. Gene, I was going to say that. Is it Gene or Jean? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I was going to say, all because she had an affair. She had an affair, but then she married the guy and is still married to him today. And yet her career, it's because she's a woman. It's a double standard, whatever. Leanne Rimes is immensely talented. She's one of our greatest living vocalists, guys. She's truly, for lack of a better word, blessed. And I don't mean that in the religious sense. The fact that she was 13 and singing like she was 35, like that's not normal. That's a gift. Uh, exactly because she's very grounded and authentic. Same, trying to be 9, but what advice? Jeremy, what'd you say? Trying to be 9? Repeat that. The French way. Thank you for asking. Leanne's personal choices affect her career. People didn't like her choices. Her choices. Her choices. And she's such a sweetheart. And she's an ally, guys. I hope you know that what a proponent she is for the LGBT community. She is she is an OG ally, like pre In Vogue, not the band. Before it was In Vogue, she's always been an ally of us. So like she deserves our love and respect. What did John say? I need to find a nice British boy to marry for a UK Greek. Me too. Can we both? Maybe we can find brothers. Then we can be related. I would like that. I'll tell you what. Also, I feel like there's a lot more options when I go to London. I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm American, but I feel like they come out of the woodwork. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm getting conversations left and right. If I were to go out here, they wouldn't even see I was there. I'd be invisible. It's very different. I love British boys. I love to move to England. You and me both. Would you settle for a sweet Canadian boy? No. Just kidding. I don't know. It's not a settle anyway. All I want to do is be happy. Whether I'm in love or not, all I want is to be happy. Which I have elements of happiness. Yeah. I had to think about it for a second. I do. I'm very also blessed in my own ways. I am. I've had a good life with much more to come. Hopefully. Knock on wood. I don't know. So many options in London. Yeah, my mom asked me that the other day. She's like, "Don't you want somebody?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. It's not like I haven't tried. I've had boyfriends. I've had dates. It just hasn't worked out." But then I stop and I think about all the relationships I've witnessed, both in my family and my friends, and I'm like, how many of these situations I actually want? 3 out of 300? I don't know. It's like I don't. The more I think about it, I'm like, no one seems to be like happy in a relationship. And when I'm single, I don't know. I want a relationship that's a little like I've said this forever. I've believed this forever. I want a relationship where we're still allowed to be our own people. Like we don't suddenly become exclusively a unit. And that's not a comment about being an open relationship. It's like some people just become about the us. And it's like, yeah, but I'm still a person. You know what I mean? Like I've definitely said this before. I'm saying it again. When I was like, I don't know, years ago, I was reading this interview with Goldie Hawn in Style magazine, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly right. And it was before Kate Hudson was famous because Kate Hudson is mentioned in the article about being Goldie Hawn's daughter. And there's like a picture of them. Like Kate Hudson had not made a movie. And Goldie mentioned that she had her own house. Her partner, whom she never married, Kurt Russell, had his own house, and they had a third house together. Granted, they're rich, they can do that kind of shit. But the point is, they had a place to be themselves, to express their own identity, and they also had themselves together. So to break that down into a smaller term, it's not about the actual houses. It's about, okay, I'm still going to do my thing. You don't have to be a part of everything I do because I am me. You are part of my life and I'm part of yours. But that's not all there is. Because I think when it becomes just about this, I think that's when it becomes unhealthy, in what I've witnessed, at least. But some people function well that way. So maybe I'm just talking about myself. Quite possibly. Life is a banquet. Eat up. See, if Frosty was still on his knees, that would have been a perfect reference. I feel like I should change my thumbnail again. What else did I get ready? Oh, Rudolph, that'd be good. Let's see what we get. Look at this. He would definitely show up at the bear bar. This one, right? He looks like he's like I don't know, those like silver fox, like when they're very hairy, like they have like super white chest hair. Like he showed up at the bar. He would definitely, what would he drink? He's not a martini. He's probably, what would he drink? Not a beer even. I don't know. He's definitely in Twinks. whatever he drinks. I'm just being silly. Do you know why everyone was happy in Mayberry? They were all single, and the only one married was the town drunk. Someone asked me recently. Oh, so when I was in London, was it London? Who cares? I said my age, which is 48, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Well, I have no kids. Like, kids equals stress and age." Granted, like you can't see on these videos, but like, of course, there's lines and wrinkles and all that stuff. But I compare myself to like straight 48 year olds. Smooth sailing. Just saying. Cheers. I think Holland Taylor and Sarah Paulson are like that as well. Oh, are they really? I bet they are. They seem like intelligent. Do you know what my favorite thing? One of my favorite comedic videos of all time is. Who said this? Is it Jean or Jean? Please tell me. You like give me a phonetic spelling. Gay men also know how to take care of their skin. My mom taught me how. She started buying me moisturizer when I was like 22. And she's like, use this all the time. I was like, and so every night I moisturize. And it has helped. Granted, I also have sun damage because I would lay out and tan, but I moisturize all the fucking time. John. So wait, John? Or is it Jean? Like Jean, the Les Miserables, or like Jean someone. Jean Valjean. Jean. 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 The French way. Jean. Like Jaja. Shouldn't we be saying Jean? I probably still didn't spell it right, but that's how I would say it. Jean. Sorry, I was calling you Jean. Jean. Jean-Jacques. Oui, oui. Oh, he's saying, oh, it's not underwear night? That's him walking into the bar. He's like, oh, shit. Everyone's got clothes on. He's like, I thought there was a clothes check. Who did I give my clothes to? That's funny. What was the question? John, wait, try blending your wines. Oh, I should. I've got 3 open bottles. I should definitely do that. My neighbor is leaving. Can you hear that? They're coming downstairs. I knew it was coming. I knew now they're gonna go at the gate probably. Just waiting for it to shut. God, even on Christmas Eve, this person, who I think is the father of the 2 kids, leaves every night around this time and then comes home every night between 12 and 1 a.m., if not later. He works hard for the money. All right, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, Jeremiah, really quick. I see your thing, your comment. I love my Ukrainian dearly. However, my heart for some body part has so much appreciation for the Colombians. It's your body part. Which is as it should be. It's 2 separate things. Love and lust are different things. Jeremy, what is your experience as an actor? This. I don't know. I forget what I was going to say to Jean. Jean said something. Someone's going to have to remind me what I was saying. Greg, there you are. I've been wondering if you were going to be here. Hi, Greg. Neighbors on the way out and Greg on the way in. Hi. I feel like I had something big I wanted to say and I completely lost it. Oh, wow. The thing behind you was a TV. I thought it was a poster when it had the image of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Then I thought it was a projector. It's because this is hiding the stand underneath it. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's a poster, but not that. Something about Sarah Paulson and Holland. Thank you, Sean. Whenever I need to laugh, or sometimes I'll just come across it because I like save it in my favorites. I watch this video. Disgusting. Maybe I've said this before. Probably have. There's a video. This is probably during the pandemic. I think Tig Notaro was doing like her podcast through a video. I don't even know who cares what it was. It's Tig Notaro and Sarah Paulson zooming, and there's this clip where Tig Notaro wants to see Sarah Paulson auction off a gavel So she holds up a gavel. I was like, she's like, show me how you would do this as an auctioneer. Auction off this gavel. That's it. This is basically what I'm saying about like writing a sitcom storyline. Like the sitcom storyline would be Tig makes Sarah auction off a gavel, and then you have like 5 minutes of comedy gold. This video, I cry laughing. Every time I watch it, no matter how depressed I am, I will start laughing. That is the power. Also, Tig Notaro and Sarah Paulson. I love. I'm going to find the clip and I'm going to put it in the comments in case you would like to watch. In the chat, I should say, not in the comments. I guess I could put it in the comments. Also, you see me on a live stream where I can speak every thought I have. And in my real life, granted, I talk to myself, but not like this. So you get to hear me talk everything out. Tig, Sarah, gavel. I'm going to search that, see if it pops up. Top result, 38,000 views. Is this the one that's in my favorites? I'm going to assume it is. I'm going to copy this, share. Copy. Tig Notaro makes Sarah Paulson a gavel. Share. Oh, I can't do the comments from here. Otherwise, I would put it in the comments. I don't see comments in my little YouTube studio. I have to say it really fast. I was listening to Cher's Christmas album yesterday, which is very good, surprisingly good. It's very varied, if you know what I'm saying. And separate of that, I was singing Feliz Navidad to myself. But because I'd been listening to the Cher album, I started singing Feliz Navidad as Cher. You're not going to think this is funny, but it's fine. And I was like, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. But then I got to the English part. It's not funny. It's just a stupid pun. I started saying, I want to wish you a Cher a Christmas. I want to wish you a Cher a Christmas. Oh, I want to wish you a Cher a Christmas. And I say this because she had that stupid gelato, at least in LA she did. She had this gelato truck going around town called Cher Lotto, which is not even a pun. Like ja to share, there's no pun there. But Merry Christmas can very easily be Sherry Christmas. And I thought it was hilarious. I want to wish you a Sherry Christmas. Oh, I want to wish you a Sherry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Oh, shut up, bitch. John, I'm glad you think that's funny. Share a Christmas. I've never in my life even seen like a meme of like, share a Christmas, bitch. But I'm going to make it. I'm going to post it on my Instagram tomorrow. I'm going to find a picture of Cher, put a Santa head on her, and say, share a Christmas. I was like these stemless wine glasses. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, why would I want a stem? Why would I want to like balance this very staining liquid in like a toothpick? Stems are for idiots. Just kidding. Stems are for fancy people. I'm not fancy. Merry Christmas, Artie. Hi, John Martin. I have that album of John Denver. Yes, it has been referenced. Got it when it aired on CBS. I mean, this might be my OG copy. Unless we sold it and I had to rebuy it. We'll know if there's a sticker on the label. Wait, this looks actually surprisingly in good quality. Like, I don't see, this must not be the original copy. I bet my mom got rid of it because it looks like it's in really good shape. The sleeve, not so much. I have not opened this up in ages, but I'll tell you what, as soon as I saw this picture, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I am 6 years old in my mom's sewing room, which was like her little office. Oh my God, we call it the sewing room. How sexist is that? Anyway, can you see that? I'm going to kind of tilt it because that was my favorite song on the album. The Christmas is Coming. I can't make this. There we go. This is very hard to do backwards. Wow. It has taken me back. I'm going to play this tonight before I go to bed. I can't play it on the public live stream because it'll get copyright flagged. If we do an after party, I'll play it on that. Just as background music. What are the songs on this? 12 Days of Christmas, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, The Peace Carol, A Baby Just Like You. I don't know these songs. Alfie the Christmas Tree. All right, I don't know this. It's the whole gang. Guys, we're so lucky to have the Muppets. Like, thank God for Jim Henson. Ugh. 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 There we go. Released by RCA. Dolly Parton, You Know Wrong. Yeah. Oh, the Holly Dolly Christmas album was not my jam. I'm not gonna lie to you. That wasn't it. I love the album she did with Kenny Rogers, Once Upon a Christmas. That's probably my favorite Christmas album of all time. And then the Home for Christmas was pretty good. Holly Dolly Christmas, I was kind of like, I'll tell you what, it's that very first, I have definitely said this on a previous Christmas live stream. I'm going to repeat it right now. But guys, I barely drank anything. I know I drank like that other glass of, oh, this isn't the bottle I'm drinking. I was all proud of myself. I'm like, guys, I'm not drunk. It might seem like it, but it's just me. Oh, this is the wrong cork. It doesn't fit. I guess I had 2 glasses. It's not that much. I've been known to have like a bottle and a half for breakfast. Just kidding. Oh, we were going to blend. All right. So we've got the Apothic, the Dreaming Tree, the Dave Matthews one, and this Malbec, which they told me I need to breathe. Let it breathe. It does actually smell better. It does smell better, actually. It smelled like vinegar before. Let me see. That wasn't enough. A little dollop, a little scotch. Oh, carp. I just checked my CD. Ooh, I still don't like it. Check my CD collection. I have the John Denver Muppet CD. Yes, you do, bitch. That's because you're gay. That wasn't good. Let me try the Dreaming Tree again. Okay, you want me to mix 2 of them? I'm not sure which 2 to mix. Okay, that got better. This one actually got better. It didn't have much flavor before. Now that was kind of delicious. All right, we're gonna go straight up. Dave Matthews. That's it. That's a moderately decent pour, right? That's not indulgent. Let's stick with that. Because believe it or not, I try to be a responsible human. I do, though. Over and over and over again. And that's why I get drunk. Well, I'm glad I got to catch one of your live streams. I got to go now. Of course. It's late for everybody except me. Happy holidays and best wishes for the new year to all. I'm very happy you were here. There will be more live streams in the new year, I promise. But sleep well, sweet dreams. Hope tomorrow's a beautiful day for you, whatever you do. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Pinkman, I just saw your comment. How do you feel about Disney getting rid of the Muppets area Hollywood Studios? Because they're turning it into Monsters Inc., right? They're turning it into Monstertopia. What the fuck is their place called? I'm against it. Because they already got rid of the Muppets at Hollywood Studios. And they put in PhilharMagic, which I adore. But PhilharMagic is only good at Disney World because the screen is actually built for it. The theater that they use PhilharMagic for. Guys, you don't know about this. You probably don't care. I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm going to make it brief. There's a movie called PhilharMagic at Disney World where Donald Duck gets sucked into different Disney cartoons, musical numbers. And as the movie goes along, the screen grows and grows and grows until you're like in the fucking movie. They recreated the same movie experience at Disneyland, except they used this theater where it used to just be a Muppet 3D movie. And so this theater is not designed for this encompassing experience. So it's great to see the movie, but it's not the same. And they got rid of the Muppets for that. And the Muppets 3D was one of my favorite things of all time. And it's still playing at Disney World, but now they're getting rid of it for like, again, Monstertopia. I don't know what their place is called. And I don't understand why something has to go to build something new, especially in Florida, where they have like 500 acres of space to build whatever the hell they want. It's depressing. But whatever, the movie still looks. They should. Captain EO should still be playing somewhere, especially at Disneyland, where there's like an empty theater that they use. If I ran Disney, guys, things would be mighty different. I was gonna say there would definitely be an orgy night. There would definitely be a night. There'd be like a night party where it's like no strollers allowed. I think it would be a sellout. And I don't care if parents would be up in arms about it. Like, we have to deal with strollers all the time when we go to Disneyland. There needs to be a time where we can go and have no strollers. Kids, man. Isn't it just wait, it just isn't the same unless a shirtless guy hands you the wine. Oh. That's a reference to the third one. Alcohol. I had to drop the Charlie Puth part of that joke. It was supposed to be alcohol and Charlie Puth naked. But I was like, oh, it's much more simpler to do like the shirt and alcohol. Yeah. Yeah. I love that Blaze is so game for it. Have I told you before? Guys, what he's referencing to is in Bad Boy, where there's this running joke where the third one always almost immediately has to take his shirt off and give me alcohol to stand up. And I told Blaze during one of the shoots where I was like, well, we can put your shirt back on now, or like, we don't have to keep doing this. And he was like, no, I like it. It's funny. I was like, if you're down with it, like, your shirt's always going to be off. Next time it's your pants. Like, the more naked these guys are, the happier you guys are. But I always feel weird asking them to be like, will you do this? In fact, in this one we just did, there's that clip, which I guess went semi-viral on TikTok, where Ted Brent has his pants down. I'm like, oh, that I want to hold it like a body pillow, like I'm looking at his unit. And it was Brent's idea to actually see the rim of his jeans from the camera. Like, I think Jamie came up with the shot, and Brent was like, well, what if my pants were actually down and you could see like my pants there? So he had his underwear on, but he like dropped his pants. I was like, this is my dream crew, not because they're doing it, but because they are like on board for anything. And I'm always the guy that's like, would you mind doing this? Have I asked Blaze if he would show his butt? I don't know. I used to like, ask them, I'm like, are you guys cool with butt nudity? Just because I would do it. And they were usually like, no. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. What's the topic? Happy Chris Kwanzaa. Hi, Farshi. Guys, to this, I will to the until the day I die, I will not understand when your names are not something we can just like read. Farshi. You have to explain that to me because I don't know what that says. But I'm glad you're here. And happy Chris Wanzika to you as well. Not a wine guy. Well, I also have my Bacardian diet here. Jean Van Gosset. The Carpenters Christmas album. Adam, yes. I think you mean the Christmas album. It's great. It's long. It's a little bit too all over the place because there's full songs where the Carpenters aren't even on it. It's like a choir or something. Merry Christmas, darling. Sleigh Ride. What's the one where it's like, it's Christmas time and time for a carol, time to sing about the little king. Playing whatever song that is. I love that one. But no, not my top 10. Not my top 10. I didn't say you were crazy. I said you were fucking goofy. I know that was like his social seem to be like he likes showing off. Wait, who are we talking about now? Who are we talking about? I'll tell you what, guys, this is another thing. Like, hopefully no one I know is watching this except for you guys. I think about that a lot. Like, the person I would be if I had literally no. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to talk about it right now. Another time. My Christmas music jam right now is Vanessa Williams' Star Bright. I blame Artie for highlighting one of the songs, Grade Camp, because, guys, I think I've got 5 people that follow me. I've been doing this playlist all year. Oops, let me find it. My playlist. Artie, 2024. I decided to start on January 1st, and every day I've been adding one song. So every day there's a new song. I can't believe I've done it all year. Sometimes like 3 times I've forgotten. I do it at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot the song. So here we are on today's 359. But yesterday I added Angels We Have Heard on High by Vanessa Williams. And it's a fucking jam. It is. I listened to it 10 times today. Yesterday, 15 times. It's so good. Anyway, what's my point? My point is I can look at my whole year. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know why I shared that song, but many times I can look at the song and then remember the day, why I shared it, what was going on. if I went to a concert that day. If I went to the concert, I like shared a song by that person. But it's my year in review. I recommend you all do this, whether you share it or not. Like start a playlist and every day add a song that makes you think of that day. And you will have at the end of the year, you can look at your year and also see you see how fast a year goes because I swear I just added these January songs and now the year is over. But I also see like, oh, look at all I did. And you really get a sense of how long a week is, how long 2 weeks is, a month. I end every month in ABBA. So I know the month has ended if I see an ABBA song. There was one day that I added another ABBA song because it was the day that I met Frida and Benny. So I had to I put Waterloo that day. But otherwise, every month, I'm like, okay, that's where the month ended. ABBA is there. And I can like gauge the month. I don't know. I don't know if you're into music the way I am, but I thought that was a pretty fun thing to do. Almost done. Any plans for the holidays? To hang out with you guys. And then tomorrow, I go to my mom's house, Andre, and I have a gift for her right there. There's gifts in a bag, and she's gonna make tacos, which I'm so excited for. I'm so glad it's not fucking ham and turkey, which I love, but like, let's do tacos. And maybe I'll bring my Apple TV so we can like watch a movie or something. But we'll just chill, have some wine. It'll be nice and chill. Blaze has a lot of workout pics on Insta. No, he doesn't. He has like 4 pictures on Instagram. He is into muscles. Like he's very into like muscles and cars. I think those are his favorite things. And musical theater. Those seem to be his happy places. But yeah, he's a gym boy. Fun fact, Drew was actually my like, oh, I'll get into shape inspiration. So kind of happy he drops trout as much as he does. Oh, I just texted him a couple days ago just to check in because again, he doesn't live here. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I said. I was like, Drew, I can't believe it's been a year since I've seen because it was a year ago. If John, you are still here, a year ago, you flew Drew out here. And on the 27th and the 28th, we shot 2 episodes. We shot episode 3 and 4. It's crazy. It's crazy. We barely got anything done this year, yet I guess we did get things done. It's very bizarre. But I was asking him, like, I'm like, I said just out of curiosity, not for writing purposes, but like, what do you look like now? Because I envision you with like the full beard or whatever. He said something about like he's getting back into shape. He has a beard, but not a full beard. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what that boy looks like? Uh, but no matter what shape he's in, he looks great. I love it. I agree. Much better at Walt Disney. Oh, we're talking about Muppets. You love the carousel progress. Yeah. I think I should have a cookie. It's only been 2 hours, and this wine is. Here's the other thing. I looked at the back of these labels on this wine. Was it this one? Maybe it was the first one. This first one that sucked, and it was like 13.5% alcohol. I think this other one was 14. Was it one of you guys that said this? It's like, yeah, you can have it like a Bacardi and diet, but you're diluting it with the Diet Coke. So the percentage is probably like 5%. But you have like a glass of wine and it's a much stronger. I didn't mean to say that in any sort of inflection. It's just the way it came out. Anyway. Hi, John. You are here. Yes, I know. Shut up, Artie. More power to you being a wino. I'm not a wino. I just have wine when I'm talking to you guys or socially. But I'm going to have half a cookie. I just still need to blow my nose. It's been an hour. Tequila. No, see, the thing is, I like that tequila is delicious, but I like the flavors of wine. I like the whole experience of having it. Cherry Coke is delicious. Yeah. Cherry anything. Yeah. Also, okay. Just scrolling up really fast. Okay, 3 things. Cherry Coke and vodka. That might be amazing. All right, 3 things. I didn't know if maybe we should watch one of the Bad Boy Christmas episodes. There's 2, sort of 3. There's Bad Boy Christmas, the holiday special, also the game night episode. That's A. B, I have to pee. C, I didn't actually talk about my spontaneous Europe self-care trip, which is how I describe it to anyone that asks. It was a spontaneous, almost secret thing I did. I didn't want to tell anyone. I almost didn't even want to post about it. But I was like, well, now it's done. I guess I could talk about it for a minute, but maybe not. We were talking about it, but we didn't talk about it. Like I didn't explain why I went or what I did. I said I saw Devil Wears Prada, my friend Peter. But that's not why I went. Sorry, I'm gonna choke. Greg, I read your comment. Tequila and Fresca. I think you did confirm it, actually. If you want to do a self-care trip to Hamburg, Selena, John, first of all, you should go no matter what. I don't know when she's doing Hamburg. She's going all over the country, but she did announce new tour dates. Oh, use the bathroom tallest and let's watch an episode. But I don't just leave the restroom with nothing on. Like I have to put an episode on when I go to the restroom. But let me see if I can like find it. Like Alina Bach tour dates. Maybe that'll show up. Okay. Yes. Hamburg, March 24th. March 24th, bitch. Is there a way to like go to the link? Official site. I'm copying and pasting this. I haven't even looked at it really. Jay. I mean, I don't know if I can go in March. Guys, I have to do this cruise at the end of January, and my anxiety is through the roof about it. Through the roof. Long story short, I've agreed to go on this Gilmore Girls themed cruise as a guest because I have 3 lines on Gilmore Girls. But the event coordinators are very nice to me and have included me in events in the past, but I've never gone to an event. It's all been virtual. So I agreed to go. I had to cancel before, so I agreed to go on this cruise. And I leave on a Thursday, come back on Monday at the end of January. But I have to fly to Florida, go out on the water. I'm scared I'm going to be seasick. We're going to the Keys. I'm just like, I don't know anybody. I'm like, I'm scared. I don't want to talk about it. I can't wait till it's over. I want to cancel so bad, but I can't. What cruise line? I don't even know. They had me download an app. I probably have the app. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the app. I would assume it would be like filling in one of my blank spots. It's not showing up. Let me check. Gilmore. I'll just search Gilmore and see what shows up. Cruise. That's not it, is it? Celebrity. I don't even know. I didn't even know we were gonna like port, but they said we're like porting from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm not waking up at 8 a.m. Florida time to get off the boat. Like, what am I gonna do? Ultimately, what I'm gonna do is moderate a cast panel. Not even a cast, it's like guest stars and recurring, whatever. But I'm like, if I'm there, like no one knows who I am. Like, I'm not a Gilmore Girls cast member. I was a co-star in one episode. But because they're so sweet and I'm a fan, I can like moderate a panel. But I have to go for like 5 days. I'm going to be drunk the whole time. It's the only way I can get through it because I will have a panic attack. They're big boats. Won't get seasick. Thank you for saying that, Brian. I hope not. Same with you, John. Because I've heard like cruise ships, even though they're huge, you can get sick. And I've gotten seasick. Anyway, you got me addicted to Superstore. Watch the whole series just to see you in it? Okay. Number one person. I'm glad you liked it, but you should not have done that just to see me. Is that true? I had like 4 lines. Again, this is like the Gilmore Girls cruise. Like, I'm not in the show. I was on the show for that long. But that was very kind. I've heard it's a great show, though. Wow. I'm glad you liked it. But Jesus Christ. I gotta pee. It makes me think, will there ever be a bad boy convention? Hubert? No. But I think sometimes I'm like, God, if we actually planned an in-person event, like a bigger one that people would come out for, like when we wrap up season 2, I would love that. I don't know. This is when the voice goes off. I'm like, well, no one's going to be there. No one's going to fly out or travel just for a bad boy convention. But then again, we did like our Palm Springs weekend, and we had like 5 people come out just for our little group vacation. And even that would be a success for a convention. It wouldn't be a convention, but like, I don't know. I always dream of like a bar takeover. Was it Paul I was talking to? Something where they could like play the episodes on the screens at the bar and they're just hanging out. I don't know. You never know. It was in Superstore. Yes, I was in one episode. I forget what it was called. It was very short. I came in, it must be a Thanksgiving episode, I think. I came in complaining that like I was waiting for like drive, we can like order food and like they'll bring it to your car and no one brings it to my car. So I walk in saying, I've been in my car waiting for an hour for someone to bring me my pumpkin spice salsa. And they're like, well, we don't have your order. I'm like, but I ordered it. Like, where's my pumpkin spice salsa? I don't know. It's really short. I could probably play it, but then again, copyright protection. If you're a patron, if we do a patrons after party, which you probably will, I'll probably wrap this up soon. I can show it to you then. Most conventions start like a gathering. That's true. That's true. That's true. See the shows on the ship. They're pretty good. Will there be shows? I don't know. I get so confused. I keep getting emails from them and they're like, we have these activities and we have our own private area and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't understand. Oh, sorry. I have to pause really fast. I have to read this. I'm not naming names. Long story short, a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, one of my best friends, I've known her since I was a teenager, has been diagnosed with leukemia. This just happened a week ago, out of the blue. And I wanted to visit her tomorrow because she's in the hospital, but I getting over being sick, I have a cough. And so I called her earlier to say, I don't think I can come. She has just texted me and I need to read her text so I can respond if I need to. It's more important than me chatting right now. So I'm so sorry, but hang on just a quick second. Okay. Thank you. She's saying she's not feeling well enough to see visitors tomorrow anyway. So I was just responding to let her know. I understand. Fucking getting older, man. It's not even getting older. It can come at any age, at any time, but good Lord. Yeah. Look, we've all got friends that have things that this happen to. So I was gonna say more again, maybe with patrons, not on the public forum. She is a dear one of my best friends, especially in my 20s. She was like it. Um, she's fighting. What more can you do, right? Exactly. Hugs, pumpkin spice salsa. That sounds like that sounds vile. Hey, Silver Wolf. Oh, Celebrity Cruises. This must be like the entertainment schedule. It won't let me. How do I? Something opened. Celebrity Cruises. View cruises. Oh, it's like videos, ship tour. Almost don't want to know. Although I do think because here's why I kind of went. They'll pay for your flight, your whatever, your accommodations, and I think it's like free booze the whole time. I know I sound like an alcoholic. I promise you I'm not. But to get through certain things, I'm like, yeah, it will make it much smoother. So I can't wait. Thank you for that, John. I'm gonna look at that later. And if there are shows, maybe I'll make Bad Boy the Musical specifically for a celebrity cruise line. Just kidding. No, I want it to be at the Soho Theater in London. I should just visualize that I am performing Bad Boy the Musical in the Soho Theatre in London. Hey, Roger. A free booze swings it for most of us. Yeah. Oh, bye, Patrick. All right. I really do have to pee. What if I played like Bad Boy Christmas? I think that one is like 7-8 minutes long. Okay. And then, I mean, I can talk about London. I'm just chatting. Hey, smut. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well. I just feel like it's the easiest thing to do. Will I do a quick? What is this? It's gonna be the other one, holiday special. That one's too long. Scroll up. Can I tell you? Sometimes I will just like, I will look at this and I'll be like, okay, episode 1, and I'll imagine I have not created more, and I'll just scroll through to be like, oh yeah, you did that and 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 that. It makes me feel very accomplished when I like see them all. Anyway, hey Don Fenton, I love Bad Boy Daddy. Well, thanks, son. All right, here we go.
No.
Oh,
But this one's
God, we were just shooting this. How is this 6 years ago? All right, we're gonna watch Bad Boy Christmas. Or at least I'm gonna play it while I do other things. I'll be right back though. Those of you that don't know, first of all, if you're on Patreon, great. If you're not, you should sign up because I do commentaries for all the episodes. I haven't done season 2 yet. I'm gonna start. I should do that this coming week. This episode was obviously pivotal in the Bad Boy world. It's when the new characters, well, I guess we'd already had a couple, but let's like the story started to change, which is why in this episode, it's funny I said this. Here's something to listen out for. I knew I had to change because Mac left the show at this point. And in this episode, at the end, I ask her what the address is. And I believe she says 235 Pivot Street. And it's called Pivot Street because I am pivoting the story, knowing I wanted to continue the show, but had to like change my plan. So, little inside thing. Also, this is my mom's house. All right, be right back.
so nice having a surprise guest for the holiday. And you're a drink of water, too. Who are you again?
I'm your son Mac's friend. It's a little undefined.
You look like a daddy.
Scott.
Daddy Scott.
You can call me Mommy Whitney.
I'll just call you Whitney.
Oh, would you mind getting that for me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry again about the shorts. Yeah, Mac told me I was going to a naughty or nice party.
Oh, that's crazy. What's even crazier, I don't remember having a son named Mac. But I am feeling naughty.
I'm gay.
How about you, cutie?
It's me, Mom. BJ.
Beach! Oh, you look just like your father. Go get me a beer. You should have seen him when he was a little boy, robbing the neighbors, playing with his uncle's gun.
Sounds just like Mac.
Who?
His brother?
Oh, don't remember that one. But I missed a lot of their childhood thanks to the bottle. What am I gonna do? Makes me want to have another one, you know? Like a do-over.
I think it's too loud.
Would you get that for me?
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the crack. You have a lovely home.
Bye, Hubert.
It's quite the upgrade from the trailer Max said you lived in.
Oh, you know about that.
Yeah.
Yep. I got my life together. I got sober and I got myself this house. Well, now all I need is a man. Hey, sexy.
Still me, Mom.
Sorry.
I hate it when you hit on me.
So what happened to the trailer?
Hitched it to the wrong wagon, if you know what I'm saying.
Bad relationship.
No, hitched it to some chick's station wagon. Next thing, I watch my home ride off into the sunset right while I'm hosting a bra burning from a trailer lady.
Yes, Silver Wolf, she has.
We all took off after it. 12 sets of nips hitting the breeze. Oh, and I would have caught it too if I wasn't wearing my house arrest ankle bracelet. Got arrested and spent the night in jail with my top off. Not the first time.
So, I'm sorry, how did you get this house?
You know, dreams come true.
It's a little vague.
Ooh, what do you want Santa Chuck to bring you for Christmas this year, Beach?
Santa Claus.
Thanks,
no,
Kenji.
dude. Santa Chuck. He's the Christmas guy that comes around every December 26th and gets you what you didn't get for Christmas if you ride his van with your pants off for 30 minutes. Oh man, he's like a Christmas legend.
You know what I want for Christmas?
Bet it's something inappropriate.
For my boys to do one last job.
No, Mom.
But this one's a guaranteed payout. You're in, you're out. It's foolproof.
No, I gave up that life.
Yeah, so did Mac.
Who?
Your son, my friend, hopefully will be here any minute. Please, God.
Fill the blank.
I don't want to go back to that, man. I live in a nice garage, got me a sweet modeling gig. Could be porn. Working on this daddy.
Stop.
Daddy Scott.
But you're just so good at it. And it would make your mommy really happy.
What is it?
Cedar Sinai in Beverly Hills.
That's too big of a job, Mom.
Your father heard you say that. God rest his soul.
Dad's not dead.
He isn't? That son of a...
You know, I've heard a lot about your kids.
That was
upbringing,
Teresa's joke.
but,
She
you
came
know,
up with that.
great parenting there.
Thanks. Get that for me?
Take mine. But you know, I don't think it's the best idea for them to get back into committing crimes just to make you proud.
Crimes?
Well, yeah.
I don't want him to rob Cedar Sinai. I want him to perform there.
What?
Beach is 1/3 of the hottest gay rapping boy band to never make it out of Cleveland. It was Beach, his brother Brian, and there's one more I forget.
Mac?
Doesn't ring a bell.
We wear these sparkle vests and go to retirement houses and hospitals, and we'd rap anything you can do, I can do better.
They were huge. Every hospital wanted to book Handsome.
Hanson?
No, Handsome. Because he's so handsome.
You're probably expecting Hanson. So, what happened?
You want to take that one, Beach?
I got caught kissing a girl.
A girl. How am I supposed to have a gay rapping boy band if the gay rapping boys are gay?
That was one time I was experimenting. I'm literally sexting with married men right now. And he's verse. That's like a unicorn in the gay world. You wouldn't know.
Nobody would book us after that. I was rainbow listed. That's like blacklisted, only gay.
So now you want them to regroup?
Why not? Everything is coming back. Will and Grace, Toy Story. The rush on my head.
Oh, God.
Why not Handsome?
Still sounds like Hanson.
I don't want to, Mom.
So stupid.
Come on, BG. Rap for mommy. Give mommy Whitney her Christmas gift.
That's my old show choir vest, which I just got rid of like a week ago. Finally got rid of it.
I see you sitting there in your cold wheelchair, but I'm standing on my feet, dancing to a gay beat. No, you can't do this because you're in the hospital, but I'm healthy and I'm hot and I'm homosexual.
Homosexual. Oh, yeah. Ooh, my baby.
No, I'm not a baby anymore. I'm a man.
What are you saying?
I'm not a kid anymore. I'm a man. Oh, where'd my blanket go? Oh.
BJ's blanket. I should bring that back.
But you're my baby.
I actually think Mac's younger than him.
You think I know my kid's age?
Definitely not.
You got yourself together. You have a house. You're sober now.
That's true.
I think we need to go over the definition of sober.
Can I just do the same?
You know, I'm a bit older than your son.
Like decades.
A bit older than your son. So I know it can be hard for a mom to see her son as anything but her, little boy. But BJ's asking you to treat him like an adult.
With Daddy.
Scott.
Dad. God.
How does that catch on?
I just want you to be proud of me for the man I am, not the boy you wanted me to be.
Oh, BJ, I am proud of exactly who you are. Come here. Give me a hug. Get in there. Oh, yeah, that feels good.
I accidentally touched your butt.
It's all right. Mommy's okay with that.
Ad
Oh, wait,
lib,
I'm having
ad
a
lib.
moment of clarity. And I don't have a son named Mac.
Yeah, I have a brother named Mac.
Here it comes.
Isn't this 237 Pivot Street?
235, I think.
There it is.
Oh, I'm in the wrong house. I guess I should go, right? Lovely meeting you, though.
Hey, Zoe.
What the?
Also, I just remembered this isn't my house. I've been squatting here for the holidays since I lost my trailer. Go.
Oh, we didn't open presents.
I'm calling the police. Run!
Stupid. No, I love that episode. That's Reese's favorite, actually. I think of her Whitney episode, that's her favorite. And that at the end, that was our friend Zoe. When I mentioned earlier that I went to school in New York and Paul Williams' son Cole was in our company, Zoe was in that company as well. It was like 26 actors, and she was one of them. She's from Seattle. Anyway, yay! I love that episode. That was fun. I love the ending too. It's so stupid. I think that I even talked about this on the commentary on Patreon. I can't remember how exactly the ending came up. Well, I should look at the original script because someone asked also like what was the plan before Mac left, but because Mac dropped out a day and a half before we shot this, I had to change the ending, and I think it was my friend Daniel's idea to say I was in the wrong house. I think so. I don't know. I'd have to look at the script. I can't do it right now. Whitney screaming, "Run!" Yes, exactly. Run. Which I used. Was it in that episode? Either from this episode or from Nurse Boy in Bad Massage Boy, when we hear her answer the door and she screams out, "Run!" and she takes off. I took the audio. It might have been from this episode because she wasn't there to make her say run. Anyway, who cares? Artie, are you going to do a Christmas special where Drew's character is listening, dancing to Hillary Duff has a holiday album? The answer to that would be no, because that's the right situation. But I've already told him, let's do Rudolph. I already did that one. Let's do we did all these. Charlie Brown. Let's find a Charlie Brown still. That's cute. I've told Drew for over a year now, like at some point there will be another Christmas episode because I found the outfit online that I want him to wear, which is very scandalous. And he was like, yeah. So at some point, ooh, the Christmas tree. That would be good. Oh, that's cute. Perfect. Hola, Phantom. Hi. How did you do that little wheel thing with it? I just couldn't handle how great the Clue parody was. Araya? I've quoted that movie my whole life, and most people don't get it. No, you are amongst us. There are many people like you and I, you and me, word for word. I have encountered them, and so a rare, yeah. So it's 5 syllables. A rare, yeah. Wait, what? Help me, do that again. That just made me imagine a Christmas theme lederhosen harness. No. It's not. I can actually show it to you because I keep the tab open. I've had this tab open in my phone for a long time. It's that. And I'm like, Drew, you're gonna wear that. And he was like, yeah. There you go. A rare. Is the yeah part of it? Auraria, yeah? Or is it Auraria? I don't understand. I can't do it. Anyway, Clue is my favorite movie since one of my favorite movies, but like I watched it repeatedly as a child. And I've met my best friend. She loves that movie. A guy I dated loved that movie. Like people know that movie. I've gone to screenings where everyone knows that movie. It's a generational thing. Auraria. Maybe it's Auraria, but they are saying Auraria, yeah. Twice. So I'm not sure if that's right. But I'm glad you appreciated the Clue parody. It was very fun to work in the references and the quotes to make it enhance the story and also pay tribute to a perfect film. To make a long story short, Clue was my favorite movie and a talk along with it. Clue's my favorite movie and a talk along with it. And I talk along with it? Maybe that's what you're saying, like you can talk along with it. The yeah is part of it. The LOL. The area is what you say. Auraria, that's times fast. I had a character limit when making this, XD. The yeah is part of it. So it's Ariria, yeah. I don't know. The yeah is throwing me off, and now you're saying the yeah is part of it. Okay, Araria, yeah. Araria, yeah. So it's 5 syllables. Araria, yeah. What's Araria, yeah? Is the accented syllable? Araria, yeah? Araria, yeah. You keep saying perfect, but I'm saying it 5 different ways. I can't. 1 + 2 + 2 + 1. Perfect. Pardon me, my cough. Anyway, hi. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Is this your first time? I think it is. We have not had this game before. Here we go. Anyway, I went to not 1 + 1 + 2 + 1. Even if you're right, that's 1 + 2 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. Okay, fine. 1 + 2 + 1. Shut up! Point is, there's 1 bullet left in this gun, and guess who's gonna get it? Yeah, bitch. I originally thought it was, I mean, we all had different thoughts of how to pronounce it. It's the yeah that threw it all off. It's trying to phonetically spell Jean again. It is. Okay, so if it's Araria, yeah, it's 5 syllables. It's 5 syllables with 7 letters. That's crazy. Araria, yeah. Araria, yeah. Araria, yeah. Okay. Love your shows, laugh rights. Thanks. Is it Yako? Yako? Anyway, thank you. Is there really a character limit for this stuff? I don't know. Anyway, who cares? What clue ending do I like? All of them. You make me choose one? Is that what you're saying? Oh, well, I love them all, but I think my favorite bit in all of the endings is when Mrs. White is singing harmony to She's a Jolly Good Fellow. So that must be the Mrs. Peacock ending. Because she does like this little like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Anyway, it was a gamer tag I made after college. My favorite is the third. Well, because everyone, yeah. Well, the third is the real ending. Let's be real. Yeah. It's so funny because it's not that funny. I keep speaking of this college experience where I met Teresa and Zoe and Cole. There was a night where they all got to go down to the city to watch a taping of Cosby. Remember when Bill Cosby made another Cosby show called Cosby? It was him and Felicia Rashad, but also Madeline Kahn was on it. I didn't get to go. Was I sick? I don't recall why I didn't go, but they all went to a taping of Cosby and saw Madeline Kahn, and I was so jealous that I wasn't there. I'm gonna have to ask Teresa like why I wasn't there, but I didn't get to go. But I did meet Eileen Brennan. I've talked about this before. I was a background actor on Will and Grace on an episode where Eileen Brennan played Jack's acting teacher. So like all day I wasn't hanging out with, but I was watching Eileen Brennan. And there was a moment where another scene was being filmed and I was standing right next to her and she was like eating an oatmeal cookie and she dropped it on the floor. And so I picked it up for her and gave it to her. And she was like, thank you. And continued to eat it. That is my Mrs. Peacock interaction. I didn't fully process what was happening in the moment and like how much she was an icon to me, but I've never forgotten that moment. Like I can still see her clear as day, dropping her oatmeal cookie and me giving it to her continuing to eat it after thanking me. Anyway. I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife. Shake, rattle, and roll. I made it. Hey, Adam, just got home from a family thing. I was hoping to catch this. You caught me. I hope you're having a great eve of the Christmas. I am. Can I tell you something that makes me laugh? If you're religious, awesome. If you're not, awesome. I went to see Billie Eilish on Saturday night. And she did 5 nights at the Forum. I went on the last night, and she decided every night to do a different Christmas song. On my night, she did "Oh Holy Night." And while she was singing it, I was kind of like, oh, she chose a religious song. This is kind of like I started thinking like, oh, she must be Christian. Like she's singing "Oh Holy Night." And in "Oh Holy Night," there's a part where the song goes, "When Christ was born." How does the song go? Oh, I don't know when it goes. You know the part I'm talking about. And every time she said "when Christ was born," there was like a segment of the audience that was like, "Woo!" Like clearly, like the Christians were like all about her saying like "when Christ was born." I was like, "Oh my God, we're going to church in here." Great for you. I wasn't all about it. And the song ended, and she's like, "I'm not even religious. I like that song." She's like, "And I grew up in the church, so that's my shit." That's what she said after it. So I was like, "Oh, thank God." Like I love Christmas songs. Like I love religious Christmas songs. I also am not religious. I grew up religious. I am not religious now. I do not think Christ was born. That's my personal opinion. But so like after like these Jesus people were like, "Oh my God, Billie Eilish is one of us," and then she was like, "JK, I'm in it for the music." Made me happy. I might be offending people right now, so I should probably stop. But in my personal experience, it made me happy because Jesus made me feel bad about myself for a really long time. Anyway, too much wine makes you dehydrate, making you cough. Edwin, that is true. But also, I've been coughing. Maybe you missed the beginning. I had a really, really bad cold since last Monday. And all day, I'm still coughing, like productively coughing, which is a disgusting way to put it, but it's the only way to make it clear. So whether I was drinking wine or not, I would be coughing, but it is also, I'm sure, enhancing it. I think it was more affecting my nasality, my nasal issues. Anyway, I saw Madeline Kahn on Broadway in the 20th century. On the 20th century. I don't know that, but lucky you. Majorly lucky you. I was just seeing that Rue McClanahan did Wicked on Broadway, and I had no idea. She played like Madame Morrible. What if she was Glinda? What if she was Elphaba? Dorothy B. Arthur as Elphaba. No. Betty White as Glinda. Rue McClanahan as, I guess she'd be Madame Morrible. And then Estelle Getty as the Wizard. There's your Wicked. There's your movie. See, if AI could make the Golden Girls version of Wicked, then I'd be all about it. I'm not gonna lie. I would watch that. Anyway. I saw Rue McClanahan in the Vagina Monologues in the 90s or 2000, something like that. So my claim to fame is seeing the Blanche Devereaux talk about her vagina for 90 minutes in front of me. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. No. This is the day of dear Savior's birth. No. That's not the line. Oh night, when Christ was born. Oh night divine. Oh night. It's that part. In fact, I put it on my Instagram. I can show you. I put it in my photos because it's not copyright protected. Let's find it. Is this it? Here we go. I'm trying to hold steady. You can't. That's like the big screen above. She's like down there. I just thought I would like show the screen. Anyway, yeah, I was because even I was with my friend Daniel, and I was like, oh, she's going religious on us. And when they start cheering for Christ, it makes me cringe. I'm like, oh, I don't. Anyway, but if you're into it, great. I shouldn't talk. Two things you should never talk about: religion and politics. And yet, each their own. But my own is my own. Do some people sing something other than that phrase? No, I don't think they do. Not in in Oh Holy Night. No, people don't change the lyrics to Oh Holy Night. Oh, I'm sorry, you're coughing too. Oh, wait. That's my new version of your name. And then I laughed at myself saying it. Okay, wait. I just know it's 12 syllables with 4 letters. So probably was with the Mexican one. Jesus can make you feel guilty. Yeah. Oh my God. Did I ever tell you this? This might be one thing I've never told you because it's so insignificant. Way back in the day, I used to, when there were magazines, I would cut out pictures of things from magazines and I put them on my wall. And one time, a friend of mine from high school, but I think we were in college now, I had cut out this thing. It was this guy from the Brothers McMullen that I thought was cute, but he was Catholic, as I had been raised. And the quote was I think it was the possibilities of guilt and shame linger on. Possibilities might be the wrong word, but the something of guilt and shame linger on. And he was talking about having been raised Catholic. And I felt that having been raised Catholic and gay, not being raised gay, but being gay and raised Catholic. And I put that on the wall and she looked at that and she's like, what does that mean? Just like that. And I was like, I didn't explain it to her, but it's a core memory that I will never forget is Marianne Marola, whom I love. I love Marianne. She's not looking at this, but she was looking at this thing. The possibilities of guilt and shame linger on. What does that mean? Like that. It was that energy. I was like, if you don't know, I can't explain it to you. I was going to say very dirty things, but I'm still public. So on Patreon, I will. Anyway, so many of the lab reports I read last week were AI written and were so bad. So okay, Nerd of North Star is a buddy of mine as well. He teaches. So do you have a way of scanning what you receive so that you know it's AI, or can you just spot it? Because clearly it's going to be a thing. And I think the future is students have to go back to writing papers in class, which is great. Make them. We did. Fuck AI. Have I mentioned that? Merry Christmas. Oh, just song I liked. A Christmas Mexican song called Fishes in the River. Oh, shit. Do you hear that? Tell me if you can hear that. It's Christmas Eve. That's not the day for helicopters on the lookout for criminals. Don't move to LA. There's helicopters on Christmas Eve. They're looking for criminals while you try to live stream. Merry Christmas, guys. There are AI checkers. Okay, good. Very sightly. Sounded like a ghost outside. It was a helicopter. I guess maybe they're not circling, but they did fly overhead. All right. I have to make a decision right now. We're nearing 3 hours. It's 8:30. You guys are still here. I'm in the early coast. Unless you're in Hawaii, I'm like, it's early. Everyone else is late. Artie, did you watch the Lady Gaga Holidays Carpool Karaoke? I started it. And then I was like, oh, it wasn't it. It felt very edited. It was like Chapel Row on a farm or whatever. I'm like, oh, I don't care. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I gave up really fast. But while I was sick, I watched about 25 Tiny Desk concerts. I put an alert out on my Instagram saying, send me Tiny Desk concerts to watch. And I watched them all. Every single one that was recommended. I watched every single one. And plus more. And it was a dream. Highly recommended. You have a scanner. Oh, interesting. So AI, so you can spot AI. But what about when AI gets so good that they can override a scanner? But also all that means is that they're copying existing work. Don't want to talk about it anymore. Merry Christmas. All right. I can talk about Europe, possibly. I feel like I had a lot to drink, but I also feel like I haven't had a drink yet. And also, at some point, we have to segue to like the Patreon after party, which is just for patrons. As a bonus for being a patron, we get to have our own exclusive little chat. Who knows what I'll talk about then? But what should I do right now? We could also watch another Bad Boy Christmas special, or I could just talk. But I need to figure out what I'm doing. I was maybe reading the comments. Peter, in solidarity, I'm drinking as long as you do. Oh, well. I'm drinking till 2025, bitch. Also, and that's not my plan. But I do plan to have drinks tomorrow. for Christmas. I wonder if Julie wrote back. My friend wrote back. All night, never. I just decided to open up my Instagram while I'm chatting with you. I'm like, let me check my phone because I'm addicted to it. And I see that just followed me on Instagram 6 minutes ago. It's not even your name. You're making me say Aria, but your name is Jonathan. Why did you put me through all that? Why did you put all of us through all of that? Your name is Jonathan. You bitch. Oh, have a Merry Christmas. This has been the most fun live stream I've been a part of in a long time. Oh, John. It's been rumored that I threw a good live stream. I'm not going to brag, but I do okay. Oh, here's the thing. Oh, Chris G, hi. Check my lottery tickets. I'm still a poor struggling writer. Welcome to the club. My friend Daniel was like, you need to start doing live streams on TikTok. And I was like, why? He's like, because I watch them all the time and people just watch them and like you gain bunches of followers. Not that I care about that, but people care about that. So I'm like, okay. But I'm like, what would I talk about? I don't know what to do on TikTok. Like YouTube, it's like people I know. It's intimate. It's like engaging. Like TikTok, I'd be like, hi guys, I make a show. I don't know what to say to you right now. He's like, just do exactly what you do on YouTube. He's like, or start on YouTube and then tell those people to then go to your TikTok live stream so that people are already knowing what you're doing and engaging. I was like, okay, I guess I will at some point. Also, I don't know. But then I'm like, also it's vertical and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But point is, in 2025, y'all are going to have to like come with me to a TikTok live stream. Also, TikTok is going to be banned in 3 weeks, so it's probably moot. But it was recommended to me. Cheers. Big Ben. Oh, you said that earlier. I missed it. Artie, have you ever seen A Diva Christmas Carol? I have not, Peter. It's been on my list, but it was always hard to find. It was like on VH1, so like you couldn't like stream it. I wonder if you can now. A Diva Christmas Carol. Did I say that too fast? Let me try again. A Diva's Christmas Carol. See, it doesn't pop up. Maybe it's on YouTube. It could very well be, huh? Let's try that. A Diva Christmas Carol. No. Nope. Let me try A Diva Christmas Carol full movie. No. No, what is this? I'm confused. I don't know what all this is. It's like clips. That wasn't it. Is this it? Or it's called Ebby? Maybe they gave it a fake name. Susan Lucci, is she in that? No, it's actually a movie called Ebby. What the fuck is Ebby? I can't find it. Oh! Is it only an hour long?
Grab your eggnog.
No, this is a fucking podcast. It's impossible to find, so no, I've never seen it. And in this day and age, like everything should be accessible. I'm just saying. All right, I need to go to something else Christmassy. What else is Christmassy? Another Christmas. What's good Christmas? Oh, Muppets. Muppet Christmas Carol. I did just watch this last night. Let me just pick a random still. Let me go with, what's the favorite part? No, let's go with something. Oh yeah, the rats. It's like blurry.
Are we feeling alright?
It's so hard to get a still that's not blurry. That's not a good still. Oh, Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Could be better. Whatever. Yes, loan it to me, please. It's available on Prime. Okay, John, it's too much work. I can't do that right now. Fine, I'll try to look it up. Wait, that's the wrong app. Amazon. But then why wouldn't it show up when I'm searching for it? Why wouldn't it be like, oh, you can watch it on Prime? John. Just kidding. Let me see. Diva. Chris. It's not showing up. Christmas. I'll just search Diva Christmas. Ladies of the 80s. A Diva's Christmas. It's not here. Everyone thinks I'm about 10 years younger than I am. That's good. I guess. I guess I should. Abby is Susan Lucci as a version of Ebenezer Scrooge. Jumbo Vids, I'm so glad you popped in just to clarify what the hell that was. And like if this was a movie and then like suddenly this one was, oh, Ebby is Susan Lucci as a version of Ebenezer Scrooge. And they would like pop out. And everyone would be like, thank you. All right, I'm going to try the mix now. I'm going to do a splash of the terrible Malbec. Just a splash. And then this should be like a splash because it's pretty strong. The Apothic. And then a splash of Dave Matthews' Dreaming Tree wine. All right. So altogether, this is probably like a half a glass. Right? Yeah. We'll see what we got. Maybe we got something great. You never know. Google's AI-generated answer set available on Prime and Roku. Well, they're lying. AI is stupid. Talk to me when you actually have intelligence, AI. Just kidding. Don't talk to me at all. You know how much I want to get rid of my Amazon devices? Because not only do I hate that they're listening all the time, all they do is control my lights. That's all I use them for, or the weather. But 9 times out of 10, I will ask it to do something. And it'll be like, okay, I'll be like, what's the weather? It'll say like, it is currently 74 degrees. By the way, I can make a shopping list for you. Would you like to add eggs to your cart? And I'm like, no, it's not even related to what I'm talking about. Like, stop asking me to do something extra. All it's trying to do is get me more dependent on it. Not about it. Not about it ever. This is why I'm going to be single forever. Like the last thing I want is someone to like make me be dependent on them. I'm like, no, go away. Do your own thing. I didn't ask. That is a terrible blend. It tastes like bitter water. Bitter water. Oh, I'm thinking of. Anyone ever seen Bowfinger with Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy? It made me think of Chubby Rain. Have you ever seen Bowfinger? It's one of my favorite movies, top 50 for sure, where Steve Martin is a screenwriter that has written a vehicle for this big celebrity, but can't get the celebrity to be in the movie. So they shoot the movie without the celebrity knowing that they're in it. But the movie is called Chubby Rain. It's like a thriller. Chubby Rain. So this is bitter water. Same thing. Oh shit. John coming through with the bootleg link. Let's see what we got. This is terrible. This blend is terrible. Diva's Christmas Carol. All right. So is this gonna like blow my mind? Am I gonna be so glad? I was asking me if I want this in Spanish or English. Am I gonna be like, oh fuck yeah, I'm glad this link that's giving me viruses because it's Vanessa Williams. I don't know, guys. I love Vanessa Williams. I especially love her voice. After seeing her in Devil Wears Prada, I don't know how honest I can be. She was so sorely miscast, but she got me by the ticket. She's so sorely miscast. They cast her because she did Wilhelmina, what's her face on Ugly Betty, and like that is no Miranda Priestley. It's called The Devil Wears Prada. The Devil. What is more evil than the devil? Vanessa Williams does not radiate evil. I'm sorry. I loved her on Broadway in POTUS. I never saw POTUS. I liked her in Desperate Housewives. That's great. Did you think she was the devil? I'm just saying. The show just doesn't work no matter who is cast. That is also true, but that does not mean that she was right for that part. Songs were forgettable. There was no reason to make it a musical. They edited the wrong things. Yada, yada, yada. It's also crazy that the whole second act is Paris. But how great was Emily? So you saw it. Did you see the Chicago version? The actress, Emily, is a juicy, wonderful part, but they casted her perfectly. And she has an expanded storyline, especially. She opens Act 2 with the whole musical number in the hospital because she just can't go to Paris week. And I just fucking loved her. I saw her on Broadway and I saw her in Into the Woods. Greg as the witch. Greg. The witch is not actually evil, though. The witch has desire to protect her child, Rapunzel. I saw her here in LA back in 2002. So it must have been about the same time, or probably just before that, I would say. Hi, is it Castion? Hello, everyone, and Artie. Happy holidays. I like to put a little twist to whatever your intent was. Hello, everyone, and Artie. Happy holidays. This is why I don't book the part. Side question, is Madonna's Who's That Girl movie considered a holiday movie? No. No, but you know what is? While You Were Sleeping, starring what? You know, it's a holiday movie while you're sleeping, starring a book. That's How to Play Drunk. You know, it's a holiday movie, Sandra Bullock. You know how to play drunk? Get drunk first. While You Were Sleeping, starring Sandra Bullock, is a holiday film. It's a Christmas movie. Oh my God. I'm going to fall asleep to that tonight. Thank you. Adding it to my watch list. And she is Broadway's version of Meryl, Beth Level. And I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about people I don't know. So shut up. I can't believe there's no like theme song to While You Were Sleeping, written by Diane Warren. Shouldn't there be like this big power ballad sung by Taylor Dane? Like While You Were Sleeping, I Fell in Love with You. Like that is the missing top 10 in the United States smash that we're missing from While You Were Sleeping. Adding this. Yes, fuck. Guys, I have such a crush on Sandra Bullock. I have since I was in my 20s. If I was straight, I totally forgot. Guys, I met a guy. I talked to probably 25 different people in London. I socialize when I'm in London. I go to a bar, I chat up people, whatever. And this guy was like, "You have straight energy." And I was like, "I do?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't think so." He's like, "No, you come across as like a dad, like you're like a straight guy that's like out here exploring." I'm like, "No, I don't." He's like, "Yeah, like if I didn't know you, like I would bet you were straight," which is shocking to me. Like I feel like I come across as not like flamboyant, but like gay. Like people know. I've been told people know. But he's also not the first guy or person to be like, "Oh no, you come across as straight." There was this girl I knew in college. I think I've said this before. She's like, "I think you're mostly straight." I was like, "Okay." To be fair, like we kind of had a connection as gay guys sometimes do with girls, but like we weren't gonna bone. Anyway, she's like, "Yeah, I think you're straight." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, she said, "I think you are." Man, I gotta get this right because it didn't make sense. She said, "I think you're 75% straight and 35% gay." And I was like, 75 plus 35 equals. I was like, "Okay, I'm not, and you're wrong, but I'm glad that's the vibe you're getting. Whatever works for you should work for you. Meanwhile, I'm power bottom. She didn't know that. I didn't know that at that point. Point is, it's weird for someone else to tell you what you are. And like, are you just trying to make your vision be reality? Because you can't go up to someone and be like, this, and then to be like, oh God, you're right. I will serve you now. It bugged me when she said that. I never forgot it because she did the wrong math that she did 110%. But it was also weird for her to be like, you aren't what you say you are. This is what you actually are. I'm like, oh, cool that you've been living in my body for the past 20 years when you were saying this. That was a very long time ago. Anyway, but then this in London, he's like, yeah, you're a straight guy, huh? I was like, no, the guy you are. I'm like, I don't know what you're reading. Anyway, we're talking about Beth Level still. Well, compared to most English guys, I suppose you are butch. Oh, snap. You just read all of the UK. Nice. Italy time. It's 11:40 here in Orlando, Florida. Oh, Richard. Yeah. No, I get it. I will wrap this up by 9, and then I will do a patrons, if there are any patrons here. There might not actually be any here. It might be me and 2 other people, which is great. Fine. Intimate, personal. But this is I should actually express my sincere sentiments before this is over, because this has been going on much longer than I thought it would. I thought 90 minutes. I always do. Can I quickly say, for the 1000th time, because even though, I'll read this in a second, even though there are people here, and even though there were some of you that are going to watch this after the fact, and there's probably only a handful of you that would get this far. I think a lot of people that watch the live streams or put them on, I've been told, which is great, they put them on while they work or while they're driving or while they're doing something else. It's a companionship in the background, or they're so glad when I do it because it's a sort of I don't know, socialization of sorts. And it's not about me, it's about the actual, like, I'm talking to you and you're chatting with me and whatever. I hope you know what I'm saying. All of it, since this all started, which officially started in 2018. There were successful people, there were things prior. I feel like this actually started 6 years ago. 6.5 years ago. 6 years ago since I did the first Christmas Eve thing. And that's when I first was like, oh, this is new and exciting, and this means a lot to me. I'm glad you're here. And here we are in 2024, and you're still like, you're hanging out with me on Christmas Eve. You're hanging out with me on Christmas Eve. And I'm hanging out with you. Like, I do think it's symbiotic. It makes me happy. But I do think it all boils down to the show. Like, I don't think it's just because we enjoy hanging out, which of course we do, but you're only here because you saw Bad Boy and you're like, oh, that made me laugh. I'll hang out with the guy that made it. You know what I mean? I get it, and I'm appreciative of it. Someone sent me a message the other day, something about like, oh, well, such and such probably doesn't matter because you're rolling in that Bad Boy money. I was like, I don't make money on Bad Boy Girl. It was a guy, but I was like, I had to explain, like, the last episode cost thousands of dollars. Here's what I've made on it so far. And the profit, I think, was not the profit, but like the revenue in was, I think, $200, $400. It was something. It's like 10% of what I put into it, I get back. I'm not in this still for money. I don't talk to you in profit. I don't make a show in profit. All of the work, is of course to hope that I'm showing my credentials and going somewhere else. But this interaction and the fact that I even did a season 2 is because of you guys. Because I know you like it. Like, someone said a comment earlier, oh, I just found your show and it's getting me through a rough time. That's it. That's it. This is why. This is why it exists. This is why we're talking right now. It all comes down to the show. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm not even signing off, but I want to make sure I said all this before I signed off because it's very important to me always to express the gratitude I feel and also to let you know that I don't ever think it's actually about me, that it's about what we and the Bad Boy family make together and the community we have together. It's not the Artie show, you know? Anyway, I am going to petition the government to call it Artemis because, I mean, I feel like it's my holiday. Sorry, Jesus. O'Daly miss. Just kidding. Anyway, I want to put that on the record, so that's it. I'm here because you're cute, just saying. That's true. If I was ugly, you wouldn't be here. That is actually true. Just kidding. I binged Bad Boy again after getting stood up. Oh, didn't we talk, Chris? Didn't we message somewhere else where you're like, I just got stood up? And you're like, I'm going to watch Bad Boy. And I said, do it. Bad Boy is always there. Yes. I'm sorry you got stood up. That's his loss. 1,000%. He's probably just stupid. Whatever. Yeah, being stood up is ridiculous. But yeah, Bad Boy is always there. I turn to Bad Boy sometimes. There have been times. Here's the thing, though. I don't really watch the early episodes. I always start around episode 18. I feel like there's like 6 Bad Boy episodes that I love that I can watch at any point. It's actually true. All right, let's name them. I'm going to play a game with you guys. I'm going to start with my own answers. If you can tell me, yeah, on Instagram, I knew it, Chris. If you can name Bad Boy episodes that you can always turn to. This is for fun. This is for funsies. Like something that you always like, oh, I'm having a bad day, or this will always make me laugh. I will watch this. For me, my number one tends to be, drum roll please, Bad Boy Exposed. That tends to be my one. And I usually start with outdoor scenes with Callista at the car, but then I get so wrapped up into it that I go all the way till they're into the house. Bad Boy Exposed, my number one. I think I go to Bad Massage Boy occasionally. And then I would probably say Bad Boyfriend because I love the scene between Drew and Ashley. Eden. Ashley should be in quotes. Then Bad Boy. Are those the only ones I really go to? I watched Bad Rich Boy and Bad Nurse Boy recently, but it had been a long time. Outside of that, I'm trying to think of which one I would watch. I don't know. And I haven't really watched the new ones too often because I'm waiting for them to be more complete. I feel like I'm so early in the process, which is why I feel like I need to make more than 6, but it might be impossible. Anyway, except I'm just going to put money at it and just make it because it's once in a lifetime, whatever. Yeah, Bad Boy Exposed. Guys, my favorite episode of all time is Bad Boy Exposed. I know that because I always watch it. It's always the one I go to. Answering. Oh, hey, Andy, for you. Can't sleep. Open YouTube and saw you were broadcasting. Happy Christmas from Scotland. Hope to see more Bad Boy in 2025. Keep it coming. Andy, for you, you will. We've already shot episode 6. I'm in the process of editing it. Episode 7 is the next one for me to write. Episode 8, we already shot some scenes, even though I haven't written it. We're at least going to 12, plus some specials. We're here. I love that you're in Scotland. Visiting Edinburgh is actually the top of my list because I follow an Edinburgh account on my Instagram and it looks gorgeous and rainy and beautiful. So Merry Christmas. John, Bad Nurse Boy. Bad Nurse Boy is me. Kicked it up a notch. I love Bad Nurse Boy. Bad Boy Game Night. Bad Drunk Boy. That always fascinates me, Roger. I love that. Bad Pool Boy, I forget about. Bad Massage Boy. Yes. Merry Christmas, Gavin, from Australia. You're actually on Christmas. Merry Christmas. Bad Boy Exposed was amazing for how unhinged it was. I love the rap battle. Yes. And that rap battle was supposed to be in Bad Pool Boy. I probably talked about them in the commentary tracks. I'd written Bad Pool Boy, and BJ was the one in the bushes, and they show up into a rap battle. It was too much. So I saved the rap battle and put it in Bad Boy Exposed. Bad Boy Pool Party is up there for me, Sean. Yes, the premiere. The scene where Drew tries to flip over in the floaty. Well, that's Bad Pool Boy, not Bad Boy Pool Party. I know it's confusing. That actually was the first I ran into Bad Boy Exposed. That was what, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago? Yeah. Bad Boy Exposed, I feel like, is something special. I do. Bad Pool Boy Smolder. The smoldering in Bad Pool Boy, maybe, Sloan? I like that, though. Way too many. Oh, wow, too many. Sorry, not way too many. I always watch Bad Boy Season 1 Remastered. It's my fave. Thanks, John. I know. I kind of can't wait till all of Season 2 exists, so there can be Season 1 and 2. Because even now, like, I'll post like a clip on TikTok, and they're like, wait, because people just watched that Season 1 Remastered video. Yeah. Bad Actor Boy. Okay. I skipped that one. And I still think my best episode is Bad Go-Go Boy. And I think Bad Roommate Boy is up there. I don't know if it'll get the same status because it's a new generation, but like it's new characters, whatever. But I think Bad Roommate Boy is one of my finest achievements. I say that as a narcissist. A Bad Boy Christmas is one that I laugh so R.I.P. Mama Whitney is such a character. Whitney would have been all through Season 1 if she hadn't moved. Here's the thing. I was writing, we had gotten to Bad Nurse Boy, episode 11. COVID hit. So I just kept writing. I had written 12, 13, 14. I was writing stuff. And then Teresa was like, guess what? I'm moving to Massachusetts. And I was like, I've been writing you into all these Bad Boy episodes. So that's what got us to start shooting again, like masks and COVID tests. We shot 12, 13, 14, 15. She wasn't in 13, but we shot those and she moved. And I was like, she would have been through this whole season if she had not moved. Teresa is a genius, and Aunt Whitney is one of my favorite characters. So, okay, Sarah. Oh, hi, Ashworth, ready? Hi, happy birthday. And hi in Florida. I was going to say it's late. It's not. It's like midnight. Hi, Merry Christmas. And hey, Paul, ooh, it's 87. Merry Christmas from the Netherlands. For you, it's late. It's got to be at least 5 in the morning, right? What are you doing awake? Hi. John, you mix up the Pool Boys. Yeah. Bad Boy Season 1 finale. I also watch a lot. Roger, fuck yes. I feel like the Bad Boy finale did not resonate with some people because of the Clue stuff or whatever. But I'm very proud of that one. Bad Group Boy Group Session, Bad Nurse Boy, then Bad Go-Go Boy. For no particular reason. Definitely not Drew's underwear. The group session was amazing. Yeah, group session. I'm also proud of Bad Boy. During Bad Roommate Boy, I just wanted number 3 to get that. Oh, the third one to get that room and snore like a 300-pound lumberjack. That's pretty funny. It is 5 to 6 in Netherlands. Oh, well, good morning. Hope Santa brought you everything you wanted. Thank you very much. It's almost now midnight where I'm going to sleep shortly. Yeah. I'm going to wrap it up. As said earlier, as soon as I saw I'm Your Singing Telegram, I was hyped for that. Oh, yes. And I'll tell you, most of the cast had not seen Clue prior to shooting that episode. Some of them actually watched the movie, but what I did was any line they had that was referenced from the movie, I sent them a clip of the movie so they knew what to look at. So like, this is what you have to sound like. Copy this inflection, copy these movements. Some of them did it, some of them didn't. But like, I think it was it Drew or Alex? It was something when like Jamila faints where they did something even with their body where I was like, ooh, they really watched it. They got it right. Anyway. Oh my fucking God. It just dawned on me that it was from Clue. Wait, what? You mean the finale? The season 1 finale? You should sign up on Patreon because I actually did a whole video where I take every minute not every minute, every moment from that episode that is from Clue, and I'd give a comparison so you know exactly what is from Clue. That's funny. Have a beautiful rest of the year. Happy New Year. I'm glad you were here, Ashford. You're not Ashford Ready. Didn't you just get here? Thank you for being here, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Also, I think I just got two names confused, but it's all good. The singing telegram was great. Did I put that in the bloopers where she did the fall over and over and over again? I got all the references, but not the telegram one? The telegram one is the most obvious one. Maybe he was poisoned. The world may never know. Unless she dies. Oh, that would have been good. I didn't put that in there. Here's the thing. When it comes to the season 2 finale, whenever that is, I'm like, do I do another Clue homage? Because there's so many more quotes. Do I pay homage to something else? I have 2 other things in mind. Or do I just not? But I don't know if I know anything as well as I know Clue. Yes, I joined earlier in the 2. Oh, okay. Ashworth, got you. I couldn't sleep and saw you were live. I'm here. I'm here for you. How are you doing? How was your day? What's your Christmas going to be like? Palouse? DRW James just says yes, comma. Yes. I want to like show. I'm wondering if I can get it from my phone. I'm still stuffy. I'm going to sneeze. Because I'd be happy to show the video here from Patreon. Collections? No. How do I find it on Patreon? How does my Patreon page work, guys? I have to scroll through all the posts, of which there are many. Let's look for 2022. Looking for the video that I made that compares Clue clips. Although this could get flagged if it's like Clue clips, I guess. I didn't think about that. Well, let's just find like the singing telegram, perhaps. Oh my God, I've posted a lot. September. That's no. Why do I have no shirt on? I'm sure. It's funny to like scroll through and be like, what was I doing on that day? It's probably hot. Like hot. Why didn't I blow my nose when I peed? I'm getting closer. Closer. Oh, that's still 20. Oh! Comparison video. Bad Boy Murder Mystery versus Clue, January 18th. Hey, patrons. As mentioned a lot, and still am, the Bad Boy Murder Mystery episodes have many references and homages to the movie Clue. I know not everyone has seen that movie, so I've put all the references in the show side by side with the respect clips from the movie. It's just for fun, but it'll make any future drinking games you might have with these episodes a lot more fruitful. How long is this video? If it's under 5 minutes, we'll watch it. How long is it? Oh, shit. It's 7 minutes. Going to the family of your boyfriend. Oh, yay. Oh, for Christmas. Oh, it's like your in-laws. I love it. Hope it's a good time. Who wears a shirt at home? Not me, usually. Patrons after party. Be there. I will. Merry Christmas, Paul. What are the other 2? Jay Blake, other 2 to what? Oh, I can tell you. I've thought about doing an homage to the murder mystery episode of Golden Girls because there are many quotes I know from that movie, but it might not be enough to sustain the whole thing. And then I also thought of going the other route and doing an homage to Scream, but comedically, where I can reference it somehow. And I think Scream fans, of which many gay guys are, would love that, but it might not be give me enough comedy. So that's when I go back to Clue again. But both of those are basically Scream is a murder mystery. I know people say it's a horror movie. I don't think it's a horror movie. I think it's a murder mystery with horror elements, as all the Scream movies are. They're all murder mysteries. So yeah, one of those 2. Let's watch it. I have to get back to the family lunch. Best to all of you. Bye. Lunch. Paul did it. Where are you? Oh, fuck. Fucking fireworks in this damn fucking neighborhood. Did you hear it? Because I did. Every Christmas Eve. Fireworks on Christmas. How about Murder My Death? I don't know it well enough. Also, I don't think it's a cult classic. I think it's cult. I don't think it's a cult classic. Let me see if this will actually stream to there. We can watch it if it'll let me. If I get flagged, then oh well. My neighbors set off fireworks every weekend all year long. Move. Move. We'll get a house together. Like, guys, it's Christmas. And also the stupid fucking firework. What are you doing? You know that nobody likes that except for the person setting it off. Nobody. All you're doing is giving anxiety and death. All right, we're going to watch this video. And then we're going to wrap this up and I'll do a patrons after party. Wouldn't a Screams end up be a bit Scooby-Doo? No. No. It would be more like, I don't know. Because in Scooby-Doo, there's like 5 people, or 4 people, dog, that, definitely didn't do it. And like one like person in a mask. Like with Scream, everyone's a suspect. You don't actually know who the hero is, except I guess Sydney. You know what I mean? It would be more of like, can I actually trust you? Like the Scooby-Doo gang never turns on each other. And they should. Screaming at Scooby-Doo would be hilarious. I guess I could do a Scooby-Doo thing, but I probably can't do any of them. Let's be honest. It's a different day and age. It'll probably be nothing. Who knows? I wish I could watch the first Scream all again for the first time. I wish I could not, because the first time I saw Scream was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in a theater. I don't want to talk about it. I'm actually planning, but I guess I am. I'm actually planning a Dungeons and Dragons campaign based on the Hanna-Barbera properties altogether. That's cool. Death Becomes Her. That's not a murder mystery, and Bad Boy is a murder mystery. Like, someone has already died. Someone else is about to die. And also, I know what happened. It has to be a murder mystery. So there's things I am building towards, which are probably completely... Someone even actually commented on one of the videos. Like, I don't know what's happening yet, but I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm 5 episodes into the season and no one is aware, but like, Brian's dead. It's just hard. It was just a hard year. I don't want to talk about. I just want to play with my too short hair. All right. My fraternity brothers, for basically a joining party, some of the older brothers had a firework fight. Ugh. They shot fireworks at each other. Straight guys. How about all the alternate Clue endings? Was one of the murderers. That's good. Oh, I was going to say this. As we watched A Bad Boy Christmas on Patreon, I keep talking about Patreon, but I would love if you were on Patreon. I re-edited the entire Bad Boy Christmas episode, and I used a different take for all one shot. So it's the exact same episode, but none of the same takes. It was a fun thing I did during COVID. Like, I was bored and wanted to edit a Bad Boy episode, so I re-edited it with... It's not as good, but it's still fun to watch. Anyway, we can watch that later. Watch that during the patrons after party. All right, how about, oh wait, we have 2 Christmas days here. So the second day is, with my boyfriend, love it. Wait, is Scott actually a murderer? Actually did everything all along. Exactly, John. Who's the real bad boy? We don't know. All right, we're gonna watch this video for funsies. We'll see how far we get. I gotta reach over to dim the light. Oh, no, that's too far away. All right, there we go. Oh, it's too bright. It's better. Okay, here we go. And Clue. This is the Clue clips, and then the Bad Boy clips. If YouTube catches this as a copyright infringement, it will shut down the live stream. It will freeze, turn black and white, and kill it. If it does, join me on Patreon. If it doesn't, yay. Let's see what happens.
I am your singing telegram. Da 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 da. I am your singing telegram.
Perfect.
My letter says it will be to your advantage to be present on this date, because the Mr. Body will bring to an end a certain long-standing, confidential, and painful financial liability.
And this was like basically on the letter.
Signed, a friend.
I didn't send invitations.
Well, I got one.
and it says it will be to your advantage to be president of the state. Blah 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 blah. A friend. I didn't want to type the whole
Let's shake, rattle, and roll.
thing. Shake, rattle, roll.
Shark fin soup, madame.
Shark fin soup, madame.
If there's anybody in here, just look out.
If there's anybody in here, just look out.
There's a lot of references.
This is one of my favorite recipes.
I know, madam.
This is one of my favorite recipes.
I know, madam.
Are you hiding? I'm coming.
Are you hiding? I'm coming.
Oh, well, if you'll excuse me, I have to, is there another girl's room in the hall? Oui, madame.
Well, if you excuse me, I have to, is there a little girl's room in the hall?
Oui, madame.
I have to really quickly state, like, Julia, who's a comedic genius, is not as great with word for word. So I had to tell her, I'm like, this has to be exactly what it is. Well, if you excuse me, is there a little girl's room? Whatever that was. And so, like, I'm like, we did it over to make sure, like, she had exactly the inflection. Anyway, who cares? Here we go. Continue. Ah!
Can't take any more scares.
I can't take any more scares.
He's attacking her.
Oh, John.
No, he's dead.
Mr. Body, dead again.
Oh my God.
She's going to faint. Sonic cancer.
It was this. It was Alex.
Attacking her.
Watch Alex. It was that arm thing.
No, he's dead.
Mac, dead. Again.
Oh, God.
She's gonna faint. Somebody catch her.
Oh, it was Drew. It was Drew. Sorry. Let somebody catch her.
I didn't do it.
You've got blood on your hands.
I didn't do it.
Well, he's certainly dead now. Why would anyone want to kill him twice?
Seems so unnecessary.
That's what we call overkill.
Well, he's certainly dead now. Why would anyone want to kill him twice? Seems so unnecessary.
Well, it's what we call overkill.
Who had access to the candlestick?
All of us.
It was given to you.
Yeah, but I dropped it on the table. Anyone could have picked it up. You, him.
Look,
Who had access to the candlestick?
All of us.
It was given to you.
Yeah, but I dropped it on the table. Anyone could have picked it up. You, him.
we all revealed we'd all received a letter. You'd had a letter, and you'd had a letter, and you'd had a letter.
Get out of here!
The point is, blackmail.
Everyone keeps saying how you had an invitation, you had an invitation, you had an invitation, you had an invitation.
Get on with it!
The point is, blackmail.
I'm sorry.
Maybe it wasn't one of
I'm sorry. I haven't watched this in a while, and I'm like, I worked in so many. I feel so proud right now. Also, I'm drunk and it's Christmas, but I feel so proud that I worked in so many references to my favorite movie. Who cares? It's a dream come true. Let's keep going.
That's what else could have been. Who else is in the house? And the cook. The cook.
Maybe it wasn't one of us. Well, who else could it have been?
Who else is in the house?
Only Aunt Whitney. Aunt Whitney!
She's not here.
Fucking scream. And I copied the music too. That it's coming. That.
Well, she's not here.
And not just my face. They know every inch of my body. And they're not the only ones. It's you! Not just my face. He knew every inch of my body. And he's not the only one. It's you!
To make a long story short, like,
Long story short,
Too late.
I tried to.
so everything is explained.
Hi, Evan.
Nothing's explained. We still know who killed him.
So everything is explained.
Nothing's explained. We still don't know who killed him.
Look! What? The body's gone!
What are you all staring at?
Nothing.
Well, who's there?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
Nobody. Nobody, that's what we mean. Mr. Body's body, it's gone.
Look, the body's gone.
What are y'all staring at?
Nothing.
Well, who's there?
Nobody.
What do you mean?
No body, that's what we mean. McCormick's body, it's gone.
I know who did it. You do.
I know who did it.
You do?
I forgot that one. Oh, we reshot just to make sure he said it this way.
But how about this?
Yes. He had paraphrased, so we had to reshoot it.
The gun is missing. Whoever's got the gun shot the girl.
The candlestick's missing. Whoever's got the candlestick killed McCormick.
You.
Yes, I did it. I killed the
I mean, what else?
hated her
This is the
so
moment.
much. It flames on the side of my face, breathing, heaving breaths, heaving.
But while you were in the billiard room,
Yeah, I did it. I killed Mac. I hated him so much. It flames on the side of my face, breathing, breathless, heaving breath, heaving. Okay, I really thought someone was going to interrupt me.
I told you I didn't do it.
I told you I didn't do it.
Just one note. Drop the. Just Gilmore Girls. It's cleaner.
Just a note. Drop the. Just bad boy. It's clear.
I can't believe I'm gonna cry again. This is what happens when I drink and I look at my work. That I got the beautiful, wonderful actor that is in Gilmore Girls to quote Gilmore Girls, which was also referencing Social Network, in my fucking web series that pays homage to Gilmore Girls frequently. Like that is insane. That is insane. That I didn't see her all year. I gotta see her. Anyway, who cares? I gotta watch that last part again. Can I rewind? Will it do it? I don't know. It froze. Let's see. This. I want to watch this part again. The Gilmore Girls part.
Do it.
I told you I didn't do it.
Just one note. Drop the. Just Gilmore Girls. It's cleaner.
Just a note. Drop the. Just bad boy. It's cleaner.
That's insane to me. That's insane. That's insane to me. I have to text Alina about that. Alina is as big of a Gilmore Girls fan as I am. Like she kept calling Vanessa April. Like while we were shooting, she kept saying April. She's like, and at some point, it might be in the blooper reel. She's like, "You're April Nardini to me." Like I can't not call you April. You might not be a Gilmore Girls fan. On Gilmore Girls, her character name was April. Anyway, that was great. That made me very happy. Sorry. Thank you for watching that with me. Oh, and there's Kermie. Piggy. Let's, I'm going to fast forward to be jolly and joyous. I'm going to go for yeah. I saw like,
But no.
I want Fonzie and the rat. I see it, but I won't stop on that. That's what I want.
No. Oh, reach. Oh, dear.
Then, is this an unwanted creature?
Often. A mouse. No.
A rat, you call?
It won't stop. All right, I gotta find everyone. Oh, that's cute. No, I don't want that. I want the rat. Like the lamp, not the rat. Like the lamp, not the rat. That's not bad. We'll go with that. I can't believe you didn't rip the last line of the movie. What's the last line? I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife? Because I don't like that line, to be honest. And there was actually something I saw. Was it in the documentary? Whether like perhaps that's him putting back up the front to be like, "Ooh, I have to pretend I'm straight again because I'm with my colleagues and he actually is gay." But if the implication is that he wasn't gay, I don't like it. I didn't even like it as a kid. I was like, "Oh, I didn't like it." The Clue has always been one of my favorite movies. Have you seen Murder by Death? I have, because people that love Clue will often be like, "Have you seen Murder by Death?" And I watched it. I've watched it a few times. The only line that I really, really laughed at is when the old lady finally speaks and says, "Jesus H. Christ." Like that's her whole line in the whole movie, only line in the whole movie. It's no clue. It's no clue. So I love it, but I'll watch it again. But could have had a woman say it. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife. Yeah, that would have been fun to have Callista say that. Yes, yes. I would have made Callista say it because the whole season she's been talking about her ex-boyfriend. So I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife. Yeah. That could be season 2 finale. I'm just saying there's 1,000 Clue quotes I did not use. Evan, did I say hi to you? Hi, Evan. Evan Henze. Well, Jamila wasn't there the whole time. I only had Julia for a day, which is, guys, there's so many things in this show that happen only because the actors couldn't be there or were only there for a day. Like I wanted Jamila there till the end, but she couldn't be. So when she's like, "I'm out," it's because I couldn't have her for an extra day. In the Bad Boy Pool Party, Calvin was supposed to be in the end, but he couldn't be, so he's not there. Like, it is so hard to make this show, and has been since episode 5. The first 4, pretty much smooth sailing, and then that's the waves. This is Moana 3. Anyway, yeah, I agree, Artie. I like this gay fumbling character is actually very competent at his job and gay. Yeah, like I'm not sure what that served, except if we think like, oh, he said that he was gay and closeted, but he couldn't be straight at work or he would lose his job. So of course he announces that, but then that's not a joke. And if he isn't gay, what was the point of him pretending to be gay the entire time? Like the only rational explanation is that he actually is gay and goes back into hiding, but then that's not funny. Like to say like, "I'm going to sleep with my wife." It's like, oh, what are you trying to tell us? Like, I personally, as much as people love that line, I think it's a cop out and not a joke. My opinion, you are welcome to it. Goddamn Mickermack messing everything up. No, Mickermack made everything better. His departure. I don't want to talk about this anymore, but I feel like everything has worked out the way it's supposed to. It's hard. It's supposed to be hard. Great. I will deal with it. And you know, even Drew leaving has forced me to keep thinking and keep working. And then I have wonderful people like John, who has flown him in twice to make sure he can still be in the show. So, and people that also like donate to like, here's the thing, in episode 8, there's a cardboard cutout of him, which is actually, oh my God, should I set it up? I'll give you a sneak peek. I don't know if I can actually, but I know it's right here. Oh, I can't. Well, I can. It's Christmas. I don't know if you can hear me. Maybe I can just, I'll just show it to you. I won't actually set it up, but, oh my God. Wait, I gotta move yep, it's happening, guys. I can't. I have to move this. Yeah. So he's still in the show. It might just be not in the way you expect. Someone suggested like a year ago, like, what if he was there as a cardboard cutout? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And then someone donated to be like, I will pay for that cardboard cutout. Here it is. And we've shot a couple scenes with it. So I have to put him away now. He has to go back into his cubby. I'm sure at some point this will be sold to some lucky fan. That was me being, I still don't know what facetious means, but that's the word I wanted to use. Oh, shit. Hang on. I got to put this away. Oh, don't go anywhere. I don't know how to put this away. It's pretty big. That's what she said. Why won't this go in the way it came out? Hang on. Oh. I think I got it. I got it. Here's the other thing I have over here. Remember this? Daddy issues. I'm like, when Teresa moved out of her house and she moved to Massachusetts, this was still in her guest house. I was like, oh shit, you still got the Paul Jomas memorial cutout or whatever this is. And I was like, I'm gonna keep this in case I ever want to use it again, so that I can write it into Bad Boy again. I've again. It's all about the show, anyway. Merry Christmas. I hope those little visual bon mots made this Merry Christmas live stream worth it to you. Brian, hi. I'm just wrapping it up. Hey, Drew, exactly. There he is. Daddy Jomas, facetious, treating serious issues with deliberate, inappropriate humor, flippant. That's probably what I meant. So I don't know. The chaoticness of the casting adds to the charming chaoticness of the series. You never know who's going to pop in during any given episode. I like that. And I have plans for more. And you'll do it again. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. It is time to get Drew out here again. The fact that it's been a year, I'm just like, I wanted to do one with him now, but like, I'm just not ready. But like, anyway, it will happen again. All right, just love this. All right. So here we are, 4 hours, guys, on Christmas Eve. It is very late for many people. If you happen to be a patron on Patreon, I'm going to jump over there. If you don't know what Patreon is, that's fine. But it's probably in the comment description. I'll probably make it short just because it's late on Christmas and people have to sleep and all of that. But it is a thing I do. I got to quickly find, links, see if I can find it. So this is Patreon. Howdy. That's my word. I say howdy all the time. Patron after party will be here. Thank you, Drew, for joining us on this live stream. Truly a Christmas miracle. He always wanted live streams. I think we did one. Well, we did one during like the fundraiser. But even before that, he always wanted to jump on one together. I'm sure the next live stream will be me and Alex. I love having like a partner to banter with, and it's been a while, so let's do that with Alex. Anyway, that probably didn't work. I don't think it worked at all. Why didn't that work? Patron. Maybe it needs to be like, that's interesting. Oh, that's it. No. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. All I know is I gotta like wrap this up. View as. No. I don't have the answers to this. Maybe this. I'm gonna put maybe this. Maybe that shows up as a link. I don't even know. We're gonna watch the Bad Boy Christmas alternate version, which is the same episode with different takes. And we'll chat some more. I feel like there were a few things where I was like, I can't talk about this now. Maybe it'll remind me. Is that 8 hours or so live stream with Alex still available? Oh, to chill out to. Roger, if you will message me. No, I make live streams private after a month or two. But if there is one that you're specifically looking for, I will send it to you. If that's sweet, because I also do the same thing where it's like, you just want to hear someone talking for a few hours. If that helps you, I will send it to you. If you can remind me anything about it, what we were wearing, when it was, what we talked about, something, I will send it to you. But just message me on Instagram or email me or something. I will get it to you. Or Patreon, if you're on Patreon, I will. But that said, here we are, guys. It is Christmas for most everyone in the world, except for me. And but it is Christmas. I'm thrilled to have spent tonight with you. The one with dinner, the steak. That was probably the very last one we did. Yeah. I mean, every life with Alex is great. Like he's a great conversation companion. Anyway, the conversation is going to continue. Give me like 4 minutes to set it up. And if you're on Patreon, great. If you're not, maybe you'll join us. And if you aren't at all, then I will see you probably in January. There'll be a new episode in January and hopefully a live stream with Alex. And much more to come. 33 minutes, yes. But all that to say, thank you again for tonight. The mixing of the wine didn't really work out. I'm glad the cookies were the same. My eggnog, my O-nog, I didn't really touch. But this went by way too fast. Way too fast. Well, it's going to continue with me and a couple other people. Oh, Sloan, Daddy Jomas, you saw the printout. Yes. All right. I'm bad at wrapping it up, so I'm just going to wrap it up. I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Do whatever works for you. That has been the biggest lesson I learned this year, which is something, if you're like me and was always raised in a place to like make sure someone's emotional well-being was taken care of before your own, which is very, very, very common, not at all a rare thing, to also be like, oh, it's okay to do this for me. And not just one time only, like all the time. It's okay to do it for you. Do you. I mean that with all my heart. And I'm saying that to me too. Do you in 2025. All right. I'll see you very soon. I love you. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Good night.